That shit was crazy. It's game time. Let's try this again, baby.
I've been a bad man, yeah, the devil's prayed to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day. Hey, 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 hey. Emotions out of focus, I'm crawling at my lowest. Feet hit the streets like a high-speed pursuit. I'm wild when I move, burning through your head, about to tighten up the noose. Bunch of clown faces blowing clouds of the booth. Woof, woof, hooters at the door, now they trying to run up in. I am not a guppy shark, stash everything. Dope in the pussy like a B of A deposit. Baby girl robotic, she gang bang ebonics. Hang with the rules or you gotta pull your weight. Told the biggest tool, keep one in the chain. This is not a date, dance with the Mex, get your face in the cake. Yeah, the devil's prayed to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day. Hey, 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 hey. Pennies for my thoughts, I still can't make a dollar. Anybody home, Mr. 38 revolver. Holla, Lord, I need change. Heard you heal the hurt, I heard you kill the pain. Homie down the street, you left them dead in the dirt. Now his mama growing grays. Clouds in the skies leave tears on the grave. No smile on the face, just another t-shirt. Small funeral, see his girl when they flirt. Shit still fresh, still smell death. Bunch of drug addicts, can't wait to fuck next. Let the pussy rest, waiting on the prey like a goon in your home. It's 2 in the morning. Yeah, the devil's prayed to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day.
Check 1, check 2. Is everybody in?
Whoa.
Is everybody motherfucking in? Welcome to motherfucking Hoodstocks, baby. We are the community. It's good to be back. Feels good to be back.
How long were you gone?
A week.
All right.
It's always just a week. Sometimes it seems longer. I mean, it all depends on how much you might miss this or vice versa, right?
Right.
Let's start off like this. Now, this might sound a little harsh, but I want to say one thing. We are all a bunch of disgusting pigs. And this is the reason why. This is the reason why. I took my kids to Raging Waters yesterday.
Hell yeah.
Talk about no shame in the game. It was motherfucking Tortas gone wild. I swear to God, there was a bunch of fat dudes, beer bellies, walking around like they're ready to go to war. And them motherfuckers couldn't probably even run a lap around their motherfucking city block. Let's be real about this shit. These motherfuckers are fucking at Raging Waters. Like, homie, who you mad dogging, the water slide? Little dick energy.
That part.
Oh, damn.
That part.
Hey, you know what? I want to say this. This is what I'm gonna say. I know I'm talking shit. And you know, maybe am I fat shaming? Is this fat shaming?
I don't think it's fat shaming if it's against dudes.
Check it out.
It's only against women.
Check it out. This is what I want to say. I was at Raging Waters yesterday, and 80% were obese, and the skinny people felt like they might have been invited to the wrong party.
It's that quarantine though. A lot of people fucking gain weight through the quarantine though.
That's what my girl said.
Yeah,
that's what my girl said. I mean, there was a bunch of fucking. I was like, what the fuck is that? A bathing suit or is that a fucking tortilla? These bitches were wrapped tight.
I mean, some people shouldn't wear the shit that they wear, you know, but to each their own.
Absolutely, but I'm just saying though, man, you know, it is so. How many times? Let me ask you this: how many times have you gone through a drive-through and exited out of that drive-through with a salad in a bag?
I ate a salad yesterday. As a matter of fact, from Chick-fil-A. The new lemon pepper salad off of Chick-fil-A.
You went out the drive-thru with a salad from Chick-fil-A?
No, I had a DoorDash.
Oh.
That's cheating.
No, it's not.
Not everybody can afford the DoorDash.
I mean,
not everybody can afford the DoorDash, though.
I'm kind of blessed like that, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, as you should. But I'm just saying though, how many times have we gone through a drive-thru and had a salad in that bag? Not never. It's always been a cheeseburger, motherfucking some bullshit, right? They make it this obese society, the U.S. Everywhere you turn, you know what I mean? There's a cheeseburger, there's this, there's that, and this shit is very unhealthy for you. And yesterday at Raging Waters, I ain't gonna lie, I got man titties, man. They don't call me slim around the motherfucking crib. They call me fat ass. Get out the fridge, fool. You know, I live in a glass.
Lucky over here.
I'm just saying, bro. There comes a time when we need to reflect, bro, and we need to say, hey, no, we don't look good in this, or we need to live a long life. We need to live. How are we gonna? I don't like it when people call me fat. Well, stop eating so much, fat ass.
Fat ass.
I'm just saying, like, I swear to God. Matter of fact, hey.
Lucky feels bad for the tortas.
Either way, there's still somebody out there that's gonna love it.
That's what my girl told me.
Like the homie right here, he'll take one for the fucking team on some real shit. If it's guys' night out and there's a torta right there and she's the one that has all the fucking homegirls.
She has all the money too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know you ain't gonna go hungry.
My homeboy right there, he'll take one for a team. Them tortas need love too, though.
They need love. They need. I mean, it's like this. Do you want? Sometimes you gotta look at it like this. Do you want to sleep on the floor or do you want to sleep on a waterbed?
It depends.
Does that make sense? No.
It depends on the night.
Depends on the night. You know what? You said the homie's gonna take one for the team. Check it out. I got a 400-pound fat hyena coming right now, and he's gonna tongue kiss her live on Hoodstocks. How about that?
Casey.
Are you down?
No, not me.
You said you were gonna take one for the team.
Don't threaten them with a good time.
Hey, call Eartha. Call Eartha.
Oh, nah.
Eartha's bigger than
What
Earth.
happens when you take one for the team?
Hey, call Eartha, dog. Tell her to get over here right now. We got one for her. Got him.
The homie Chubbs, by the way.
All of a sudden,
From the Rascals.
Hey, all of a sudden, he ain't that good of a homie now, huh? He's like, I'm down, but I ain't that down, dog.
He's like, I don't know about that much, sis.
Hey, hey. Here we go. With that said, everybody give it up for today's guest, your favorite Chola. Everybody give it up for T, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. How you doing, T?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling out of my comfort zone, but I'm good.
Hey, I mean,
We good.
you know
It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe, though.
absolutely. I mean, sometimes the best challenges or the best way to grow is to put yourself in a position that you're not used to, out of your comfort
Absolutely.
zone. You know, and so the next time you're in this position, you're just like, man,
Of course.
shit ain't nothing, homie. The fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know, but I am very happy. We are happy, blessed to have you on this platform.
Thank you, likewise.
Yeah, you know what? I try to have, I try to get the homegirls through here. I got a homegirl from my hood. This has got nothing to do with you, so excuse my language. But she's fucked more of my homies with long socks and Cortez.
Then LAPD?
No. Then LAPD. Oh shit, that was good. No, I try to get her on all the time and shit. This has got nothing to do with you. But anyways, what I'm saying is I love having conversations with the homegirls from the streets. You know what I mean? You know, the real ones.
Well, I ain't never fucked none of the homies, I put my work in, but.
Absolutely. I'm not saying that about you at all. That's why I said that got nothing to do with you. So
I'm
hold on.
just saying.
Put the gun down, homegirl. I see that motherfucker hitting the bottom of the desk right now. She's like, I'm about to kill this motherfucker.
That's what that T stands for.
So I asked you what T stands for, and you said it stands for tech.
Yeah.
Tech.
And he said, what do you mean tech? Like a Tech 9.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was always, when I was active like that, I was quick to pull the trigger. And that's what I got busted for as well,
You got busted for tech with the Tech 9?
Yeah.
Yeah?
9mm.
What you know about Tech 9s?
I know them saying,
They
I
know.
know enough.
One thing about Tech 9s is they always get the barrel, when the bullet enters the barrel, it always hits that lip. So you always got to sand that shit down on a Tech 9. Tech 22, Tech 9s, you always got to make that slide right there. So you pull that bitch out and you just fucking
But see, my
file
favorites are
that
the
bitch down.
G89s. Them Rugers, them shits are fucking legit as fuck.
Hell yeah, don't get yourself
Damn.
get yourself in trouble, bro. She trying to top the top.
I'm just saying.
You
only
kill
fuck with the
one,
best.
I kill two.
One bullet. Nice.
One bullet. he was giving his homeboy a piggyback ride. Shot them both in the chest.
To kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, absolutely. How you feeling these days? You know what I mean? We got out of COVID and now here it seems like we're going back into the same.
I see that there's another pandemic coming through. It's been hitting like a lot of states and shit, a lot of other countries like Russia, India.
Just scoot in a little bit. I'm sorry. Yeah, there you
you're
go.
good.
Yeah, because I want to get you in the frame right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got that gangster lean. That gangster lean is going way too back.
got it.
You almost look like you're laying down almost. You know what I mean? I'm like, whoa, hold up. Gangster lean is crazy.
If I may interject, I have a gift that I need from T.
Let me see. It
I got
depends.
this Michelada cup for her to sign for me.
Let me see. Shoot
Sign
it.
it.
This fool got jokes. Oh, are you serious? I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Really want a signature?
I was a little off the wall, bro. You should have her sign your tantarans, fool. Because you know you still wear them, fucker.
It happens though. It happens.
Does it happen?
Yeah, I see people be like, "Hey, you're my favorite Chola," and I'm like, "That's what's up. Take a pic." You know, I always tell people like, don't be too shy to try to fucking come up to me and like, you know,
So what's the definition of a chola?
it's just the lifestyle that you lived before. You know what I mean, or that you do live, or the standards that you live by, or what you believe in. You know, it's not just. Some girls are out there just dressing with fucking Dickies and fucking Cortezes.
Does that shit drive you crazy or what?
It does though, because like
Dress up.
Like we actually out here got jumped for this shit. We actually got shot for this shit, shot at for this shit. You know what I mean? Like it's not just a motherfucking costume. It's like I've been there, done that. I put in the motherfucking work, and it's not just fucking around with the homies or whatever the fuck it is, or just because
Let's go.
you want to fucking sit there
Talk your shit,
and play
bro.
the motherfucking part. Like, nah, it's not.
My son, I got a he's 21, 22 now. I got a 22-year-old son, and he has an old lady that goes to car shows and dresses up as a chola, you know? And he goes, hey, she wants me to dress up as a cholo. And I said, fool, get the fuck out of here, dog. I said, you do that shit, homie, you ain't never stepping in this fucking house again, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that shit, it's funny. It's funny, you know what I mean? But I get it because, you know, the homies that still dress like that, you know, with the Cascades and the Ben Davids and all that shit, the Cortez and everything like that.
There's a lot of people that actually look up to that culture, you know what I mean? But they need to understand that it comes a lot with just the fucking Ben Davies, the Cortezes, the fucking Chucks, the fucking, you know? It's not just a fucking costume. And it does piss me off because it's just some shit that I've been through for that type of fucking lifestyle, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, and I agree. You know, nobody likes a fake.
Exactly.
You know, nobody likes a fake. Nobody likes somebody fronting on something that you've lived and at one point in your life was ready to die for. Correct?
Correct.
Yeah. You know, so tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, you were raised in East LA, is that correct?
I was born and raised in East LA from 1987, because I'm from 1987.
Got you.
Up to the age of 12, I had a decent life. You know, I grew up in a humble house home. My dad were always a hard worker. I just grew up in a very strict household. You know, like my dad was real strict, like getting my ass whooped strict. Type of shit. Moms as well.
It's kind of like the old school thing.
Yeah, it was normal back then. You know what I mean?
Get your ass whooped.
My parents came from Mexico. My dad's from Sinaloa. My mom's from Zacatecas. They met in Tijuana. Later on, they migrated over here. And from the age of 12, around 12 years old, I grew up in East LA Commerce area. And then we moved out. We moved out to the high desert. In 1998, my grandpa passed away, and a few months later, my sister passed away, my baby sister. I know, 9 months old in 1999. And being that I grew up in a tough household, it was like I didn't know how to cope with my feelings. You know what I mean? And my siblings would go through the same shit that I was going through, so I felt like I couldn't even express myself or even tell them how I felt. Like they wouldn't understand. They would, but they wouldn't understand in a way, you know? So at the age of 13, I just started acting out because I didn't know how to cope with the trauma, the deaths that I experienced in so early at age, you know? And then the shit that was going on at home, you know, I had a great father. I'm not gonna say my dad was a piece of shit. He was a good fucking worker. We always had good ass clothes. We always had good shoes. Nothing. We didn't need anything, you know, food on the table or whatever. He was just a real strict man, like,
Yeah.
you know. So I started running away at the age of 13. Around 2001, at 13 years old, I got busted for a burglary, and I did time in juvenile hall, and you know, and I was only there for like 2 months. A little after that, when I did get sentenced, I got shipped out to YA Ventura County, and I was there for about like a year and a half. But from 2000 to 2003, I was always in and out of the halls, out of YA or whatever the case was, you know.
How was YA? I mean, for a female, for a young lady, how was it?
YA was crazy because I always tell everybody, like, my experiences at YA was a lot more crazy than my experiences that I had in Chachilla. You know what I mean? You really experienced some shit in fucking YA.
You went to Chachilla too?
Yeah, I only did a turnaround though. You know the
Escort that guy out the fucking studio right now, please. Sorry about that.
fucking up the life. No.
Yeah. And I'm sorry about that. So you
But
said
YA was wild. Like on some real shit, YA was wild because you had ages from 13 years old up to almost 21 years old. You know what I mean? And back then, like, I don't know, it was just a wild ass experience. Like I've seen some wild ass shit that happened in fucking YA that I'm just like, what the fuck?
you mind telling a story? I mean, it's back then, right? It's I mean, anything crazy. I mean, you said it was wild, it was crazy. We like to hear the stories sometimes, you know what I mean, that kind of just fucked you up, you know, like what the fuck was that, you know?
Well, there was this one girl that she wasn't my Sally, but she was cool with my Sally.
Can you talk into the mic a little bit? I'm sorry.
I said there was this one
Yeah.
girl that, you know, she wasn't my Sally, but she was real cool with my Sally.
Yeah.
And there was this one night where you could just hear fucking screams, like torture fucking screams, you know what I mean? And it gives me chills to this fucking day because we didn't find out till like days later that they had fucked her up. They fucking actually pulled her out of her fucking cell. Like they had popped the fucking cell open or whatever. Because you got crooked ass motherfucking CEOs there too, you know what I mean? And but this had happened like inside her fucking cell. And you're allowed to have like curling irons and like shit in there and shit. And they actually stuck like a fucking curling iron up her fucking pussy. Like they had fucked her up and held her down and, you know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah. And that shit to this day, like it fucking haunts me. Like I tell my husband about it, I'm just like, God damn, like that's like some fucking shit that you can't come back from, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't, I mean, yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean?
Like I even got the fucking chills because like just the fucking screams let alone, like it was fucking wild. Like YA, I think back then it didn't have that much structure, like probably like as it does now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was wild, like, yeah.
I mean, what would you have to do to get a curling iron stuck in your, you know what? You know?
I don't know. I
You know,
don't ask. I don't
wanted,
fucking.
Yeah, they most definitely wanted to violate her in the most, you know, highest
See,
level.
inside like YA or like even women's prison and shit, like we don't politic. But it depends on some shit that you do, like on your fucking charges, then you get what you fucking get, you know? But there's no politicking in the women's fucking prison or on the women's side. at all. It's just mostly like shit talking or whatever the fuck. Like Chachilla does have like the fucking LA pole and the IE pole. If you gangbang, you check in. If you got anything on you, then you give that shit up or whatever the fuck, or you just let it be known and shit. But there's not really no politicking, but it just depends on like the charges. Even when it comes to kids or even elderly people, then you do get handled for shit like that.
Yeah, so still, even though, like you said, they're not politicking to the extent of the men's facilities, but there is paperwork still being checked, and if the paperwork ain't checking out and it's, it's in violation, then you're going to get violated for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy. And Chachilla, what was it? Just one big party in there or what?
No, I was actually in A-Yard because I only did a turnaround when I caught the case in 2010. I caught a case for a shootout that I was involved with a co-defendant of mine as well. He's also from the Rascals, from the Hesperia chapter, the High Desert chapter, because we have a chapter up there as well.
Okay.
And it would, ¿cómo te diré? But like it was just fucking. I forgot the question. What are you asking?
No, just about Chachilla. You know what I mean? You said you went in there and you did a turn on. I was asking the difference, like if it was just like a one big party, because I've had other females
it's not one big party. Like
Yeah.
don't think you're gonna walk in a fucking yard like being with a female, especially if she's AWOP, like life without parole. That's what we call them. You're AWOP.
Yeah.
Life without parole. You don't walk around with no other fucking females on the fucking yard. You don't fucking it's just certain shit that you don't fucking do. Because there are females that are fucking staying there. Like, we're just visitors. That's their fucking home. You know what I mean? And I was only in A-Yard. I only caught a fucking turnaround. But it was active, though. It's just a lot of the shit talking. It's just a lot of the shit talking. And if you do want to take it to war, then it can get there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think any facility can get there, right?
But the LA pole is bigger than the IE pole in Chachilla. So they don't even take it there.
Okay, because they're at odds with each other. They're set tripping or something. Possibly?
No, it is not even set tripping. Like I said, like we don't politic in the fucking women's prison. But if you want to sit there and just respect a certain set, or if you want to sit there and just respect a certain hood, like when I was in Chachilla and fucking A-Yard, there was a girl that she got her fucking teeth knocked out with a motherfucking lock. Because they give you fucking locks, Well, back in 2010, like, they would give you locks, like, to your fucking, whatever the case was, like, to your fucking lockers or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
And because she wanted to sit there, her tattoo got fucked up from somebody that was tatting on her, and she was just like, fuck LA. Instead of sitting there and saying, like, oh, fuck your neighborhood, you want to sit there and be like, fuck LA, so you just disrespected everybody. You know what I mean?
Okay, they do it like that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's a trip. I've heard different stories from Chachilla, and they're always
maybe in the yards. I was only a reception. I only caught a turnaround.
Yeah. No, I get you. And so you fought a case that time for something that obviously you were convicted of, and how was it fighting that case while you're in the county jail?
It was stressful because within the time that I got busted fighting that case, like I found out I was pregnant with my daughter.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, so
Wow.
By the time I fought my case, they sent it to us and make that whole turnaround. It was only like a month and a half that I was about to give birth to her.
Wow.
And then that's when the fucking drama happened and shit. 'Cause she flatlined on me when she was like a month and a half.
Wow.
After she was born.
That's wow. And she's good now. She's
She's
healthy.
good now, yeah, but she flatlined on me at Chalk Hospital when she was like a month and a half. It was actually New Year's Eve, 2010, going into 2011.
Yeah. Okay. And so while you're fighting that case, we kind of went a little, and that's my fault, not yours, because I wanted to ask about your baby sister, but we'll get back to that. But so you fought that case the whole time pregnant.
We got busted in March 2010, and by June when we fought the case, the co-defendant that I was with, the other homie from the neighborhood from Hesperia, he took a deal because he found out which is my daughter's dad.
Okay.
Yeah, he took a deal. He took a deal for 8 years and 80%. and I got the 60-month prison term. But at that time, they were doing like the county prison time in county.
Yeah.
So it counted double for that time. So I only had to catch the turnaround for me to catch the number and come back down.
Yeah, yeah. And so you were briefly pregnant during that time.
I was pregnant almost the whole time because I found out I was pregnant with her when I was in there.
While you were in there, okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. How are you briefly pregnant? I'm sorry about that. You were briefly pregnant. That's a fucking wrong word. Well, that had to be hard though. You know what I mean? You know, carrying a baby and under the stress of fighting a case, which has got basically your life on it, basically,
Yeah.
right? You know, and did the flat line have to do with the stress that you were under while carrying her?
I believe it had to do a lot with that, but I also, like, at the time that we did get busted, like, we were doing a lot at the time. Like, you know what I mean? I was smoked out at the time. Like, I didn't know I was pregnant with her until I got busted, until I was already busted within, like, a month and a half that I was busted. I knew I was pregnant with her.
Got you. And yeah, I get it.
So I think it was just like the dope, the fucking stress, just everything that just got her sick, you know? Or just, I don't know. I can't even call it.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's rewind this a little bit because I feel like we're getting too far ahead. And like I said, that's not your fault. That's my fault. I'm supposed to navigate this. And sometimes we come in here and we just kind of just chop it up. We shoot the breeze. I mean, nothing is scripted. Nothing. There's no questions answered. You know, we're just catching a vibe. You know, we're chilling out. You know, so before that, you were running the streets. You're running amok. You're on a good one. You guys you were running wild on them streets, huh?
We were doing the most. I was pushing weight or whatever the fuck you want to call it, you know, making money, and you just get involved with the type of people, you know, and I came through an older homie that's out there in Hesperia that actually started the fucking Hesperia Rascals, you know, and that's how I initially got into the Rascals in around like 2008.
Oh, okay, in 2008 then. Okay. Yeah. And from the Hesperia chapter.
Yeah, from the Hesperia. But I'm from LA. I've always fucking, and the homies that I met too, the homie Moreno and the homegirl Bam Bam, like, they're from LA. They were just up there and shit. And once I met them, like, we just started running around down here in Atwater and shit. Came and by all the fucking homies, and that's how it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, there's a lot of cats on these streets that represent the streets, but they've never fought no cases. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they ain't ever been through shit, you know what I mean? But I mean, being the fact that you've been through YA, I mean, you fought cases, you've been to the Chachilla and stuff like that. I mean, it might be safe to say that you might be these fools' big homies.
A little bit.
I mean, you might be able to put them
From
up
the
on.
Hesperia chapter, I'm the big homegirl.
You might be able to put some of these fools up on game.
On some real shit. Like, I try to fucking throw glitch out there that they, you know what I mean, but they don't catch it all the time. But I'm just like,
It's not for everybody.
Exactly.
You know, it's not for everybody and shit. You know, so I mean, how did your, if you don't mind me asking, how did your baby sister pass away?
She passed away. Well, her heart was a whole one instead of divided by 4 chambers, and she couldn't digest food. So at 9 months old, she had heart surgery and everything. By the time she was born, at 9 months old, she already had 10 surgeries.
Wow.
Yeah, and she had Down syndrome, and she just wasn't bound to survive. Like, her whole life, ever since my mom had her, December 27th, 1999. That's actually my dad's birthday as well, December 27th. Like, they airlifted her to Loma Linda. And she just spent her whole time at Loma Linda. She would get worse, she would get better, she would get worse, she would get better.
9 months old, huh?
September 3rd, 1999, she passed away.
Yeah, my condolences on that. Every time I hear about a sibling or something like that pass away, I kind of, you know, it strikes something with me because I have a sibling that passed away as well.
Yeah.
But not as a baby. She was, you know, I think she was like 34 years old when her sister passed away of cancer, which I've shared numerous times on this podcast. But yeah, so you've kind of like, you know, I mean, you've been through some things. You've ran through the streets and everything like that, and here you are now. It seems like now you're kind of I mean, what do you do now? You're like at a lot of car shows.
Well, I didn't start doing the car show thing about like 2, maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It was never my intention to get into the car show scene or in the industry, you know? and be like from the years that passed by, like I've been through some other shit, you know, in and out of fucking jail, you know, my kid's dad passing away, getting murdered, gun violence, all that shit, you know, still being fucking smoked out, like.
So your kid's dad got out from doing that 8 years.
No. This is my other baby daddy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my little son's dad. Like, he
Okay.
fucking... But he got out doing those 8 years, and he's doing his thing. He's a fucking piece of shit. Whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's out now. But I moved on, you know? From when I got out or whatever the fuck. Like, he was still in there. Like, I moved on. I had another child. And that baby daddy got murdered in 2016.
2016, which is just not too long ago.
Yeah.
Not too long ago. Well, my condolences to that as well. So you've been through some you've been through some trying
Yeah.
times. You've been through some trying times, and you know what I
I've
mean.
lost some people and shit that really, you know.
And it happens when you're involved in this lifestyle, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't. It's unfortunate, you know, but it's also too like it's self-inflicted almost, right? You know.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of like we reap what we sow and shit, right? You know. And I mean, how do you deal with that? Does that bother you to this? I mean, of course it bothers you. You know what I mean? It's affected you the way you move. I mean, you do better now, right?
I do a lot better now. I feel like because that relationship was so fucking toxic. Like I was a domestic violence survivor from that relationship, you know? And it might sound fucked up or whatever the case is, but I kind of feel like that happened so I could be set free. You know what I mean?
Like God took him so you can have a new
type shit, yeah.
Yeah. That's a way to think about it, most definitely. You know, man, it's kind of a.
It's a touchy subject, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's tough to digest that, and it is a touchy subject too. And I see it's a touchy subject with you too. And we kind of dove off the deep end, like right off the rip, you know. And I usually like to ease into these conversations, you know. But we kind of like, you know, ran through this real quick, you know. But your kids are doing good.
My kids are good. Yeah, they're doing good. I mean, after so many years of trauma and like running the fucking calles and everything, like I met a good man. My husband now, you know?
Yeah.
He loves my kids. He loves me. He knows he's taking me for what I'm for, you know? And it's been good. It's been good, though.
You know, sometimes it's like my girl and me and vice versa. You know what I mean? We take on each other's luggage, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know? And not everybody can handle that, you know? And it takes strong individuals, you know what I mean? I mean, you couldn't just come out from what you came out from and end up with the average Joe on the block, because he'd be like, bro, what the fuck do I do with this, you know?
Yeah.
He wouldn't know how to handle it. So you got the homie right here, you know what I mean? And he looked like he'd been through some things himself, you know? and you know,
he's a good guy.
yeah,
He's a good guy.
yeah. Like what I mean though is he looks like he's not foreign to the streets,
Yeah.
so to speak, right?
No, he's not. He's nothing like me.
He's nothing like you.
He's the opposite of me. And you know, that's what I love about him because...
Opposites attract.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so what would be the opposite of you? If you would...
Like, he don't run the streets. He don't... Never been about that life. He's never, you know? I mean, he ain't no fucking punk at the same time, but it's just what I needed. Like, he's a hard worker. It's nothing what I was used to. You know, the gangbanging motherfuckers, the fucking... running the fucking calle, is being out there running a mug, getting into some shit, getting fucking shot at. Like, he's nothing what I was used to, you know?
How do you feel about when you got homies that are individuals? I won't say homies, I'll just say individuals, because it can be females or fools, but fools that are still on one and they come around you. How do you deal with that? Or do you not deal with it?
Nah, I don't.
You don't deal with it because
I do got homies that are still on one from the neighborhood that I got a lot of fucking love for, and I wish they would get fucking clean because the potential that they fucking got, but they just don't see in themselves, is just sad. You know what I mean? And there are real good homies to me, but at this time and at this age, I gotta keep it pushing. You know?
You got to separate yourself from that.
Exactly.
And that's what I do too. I do the same thing. You know what I mean? At this time in my life as well, you know what I mean? I can't have I can't have that around me because it's just not what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And if I ain't doing it, then nobody else around me is doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I get that. And I get that because that would be the quickest way to possibly pull you back down, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the homies I do fuck with, you know what I mean, that right here, and I got other homies that I do fuck with that are just on that positive shit. We got good jobs, you know what I mean? Like, we've been there, we done that, and we just fucking keep it fucking moving. Like, that's all we can do. We try to fucking now live that good life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, back in the day, I mean, you were getting high off the meth, right? And that's a whole crazy lifestyle right there.
Since I was 14 years old up to I was like 27, 28 years old.
Yeah, that's a long time. I mean, you know, so the whole time that was your drug of choice, the meth.
That was my drug of choice.
Yeah, that was
besides
always,
weed.
Yeah,
Weed is always gonna be my bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that bitch. You know, like she keeps me fucking saying, like no matter what drug I had used, because I have tried different fucking drugs and shit. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
meth was always my fucking drug of choice, but weed is just always something I had to have.
What would meth, like, what would it make you want to do when you're high off meth?
I was active, like out and about, and I didn't think about the shit that was actually fucking reality that was actually going on. You know what I mean? They just had me fucking going on to some other shit, like being focused, like on the fucking calles, fucking doing my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than fucking reality, trying to fucking cope with shit, like. Excuse me, like.
Yeah, it's kind of like just like a Band-Aid to the problems that you don't want to deal with, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I low-key love that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Low-key back then, not now.
Oh
you know?
yeah. No, I loved it. That was my drug of choice.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And man, it was always just, man, it was just
the feeling, you know,
it
the
was-
fucking hair standing up when you had some fucking bomb ass dope in the back of your fucking neck, and you just fucking. It was just medicine. Like as sick as it fucking sound. Like it was, you know, that was my fucking drug of choice. Like I rather fucking smoke some fucking dope.
Hell yeah.
Like for real, on some real shit. Why you laughing, bro?
Fuck him up.
it's always the turkey baser in the background that laughs. He's a turkey baser.
He's high.
He used to do meth too, but he
Never.
didn't smoke it. He shot it up his ass. That's Works over there. Shout out to
No,
Works.
He's high off sativa right now.
No.
That's Works from SIK. He loves to shoot dope in his ass.
That's crazy.
Did somebody just put him on blast? What did he say? It's not for everybody?
He said he's gonna change his name.
Yeah, you know, that was my drug of choice too, man. And it was just like, it was always exciting. And it's crazy because now that I live like a normal life, the weeks go by so fast. You know, the months go by so fast, the years go by so fast. Opposed to when you're on the fucking streets and you're just living day to day.
yeah.
Man, a whole week, dude, the amount of criminal activity.
3 days is forever.
Yeah, the amount of criminal activity
On some real shit.
that you can do without sleep in a week, you know what I mean, is crazy. You know what I mean? It's really crazy in the amount of crimes you can commit and the amount of bullshit you can get into, the amount of females you can be with, the amount of, you know, all the above. It's endless. It's an endless fucking cycle. And I trip on some of my boys to this day. They're still like, they get out from doing long stretches and they go right back to it. You know what I mean?
Because they're institutionalized, that's all they know. They don't know how to live out here in the fucking calles in the real world, you know?
Yeah, it's an antisocial community. You know what I mean? Like it's the underground. You know what I mean? Like, and it's hard. It's hard to like to do all this freaking time, to do a gang of time, and to get out. You know, say if you're late 30s or your 40s or whatever, your 50s, some cats, you know, and to try to change your life around. What are you gonna, you know what I mean? You're the big dog on the streets, and now, you know what I mean? You're gonna go get a job and be the peon, be the dude that gets yelled at, you know, get the dude that's making the least money in the company. I mean, it takes a real humble, driven person to change their life.
Of course, all the time. But me, regardless of the shit that I was doing out there, I managed to graduate high school. I managed to have a little bit of college under my belt. Like, I have my CNA, and I have my medical assistant. I have my license to do taxes, my accounting, and like currently now, I'm a property manager. I'm an on-site property manager for some condominiums.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's dope. I mean, so CNA, what's a CNA?
a certified nurse assistant.
Okay, how long does it take for like, for the females that are out there that might be watching this, I mean, what does it take to get into that program? Is it schooling?
Less than 16 months.
Less than 16
Less
months?
than 16 months.
And
yeah.
what kind of pay do you get out of them? And what do they teach you to do?
Well, the injections, the drawing blood, they'll teach you how to do accounting, bookkeeping, everything that's clinical. They'll teach you how to do all of that. Give injections, the vital signs, just everything, And I always felt like some type of responsibility. Just my parents coming out here from Mexico, like they didn't come out here for shit, Like I'm the only one that's graduated high school and college out of my brothers and sisters.
How many siblings do you have?
We were 5 in total, including my sister that passed away. Now we're 4.
Got you. Are you the youngest? Are you the oldest?
I'm the baby.
You're the baby. Okay. So yeah. So man, congratulations to you on that.
Thank you.
And what went wrong with everybody else? Did they fall victim to the streets?
Nah, I think they were just too spoiled by everybody else. I was the only one that fell victim to the streets because I was the only one that I felt like they were the hardest on because I did graduate high school and they expected so much more of me, and it was always a thing that everything I did, I tried to like make my parents proud, but it was like never good enough. You know what I mean?
Your parents are still together?
Yes.
Salute to them on that.
Yeah.
A lot of parents. I mean, my parents separated. A lot of parents. A lot of divorce.
Yeah.
And so you guys are would they be considered the first generation?
Yeah. Well, I'm the first generation here.
First generation here.
Yeah.
So on my side, I'm third generation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so yeah, they expect you to, do the best that you can do, and they were hard on you being the baby, but they weren't hard on your other siblings.
They were hard on them, but not to a certain extent. Like I always felt like I always got the shit end of the stick. You know what I mean? Because I was the one that always did good in school, even though I was always fighting and getting down or whatever the fuck. But my grades were like A's and B's and shit.
Yeah.
Like I didn't go to I would ditch school or whatever, but I would be there for the days that counted, like the day that there was testing, the day that I just had to do like turning grades or whatever the fuck, turning my homework and shit. But yeah, like I graduated high school in 2005 and when I was 17 years old. And then at 18 years old, I had to wait to roll into West State College in Ontario for my CNA and my medical assistant.
How come you didn't stick with that and you went over to property management? Because it seems like the CNA would be more of like lucrative business, more.
When my sister passed away, I did work for a pediatrician for like 2 years. It was actually my kid's pediatrician as well. I have a 13-year-old son, so it was his pediatrician. Like I also experienced some shit like in the medical field, and I have kids, But I worked even before I had kids. But the moment that I had kids, they just changed shit. Like it's just as a mother, like you just experience some shit. Like there was a time that I was working at the pediatrician, and they had gave more dosage of a vaccine. He started convulsing, and like that like really fucked me up, like as a mother, And just little shit that I would see, like people falling out, like having seizures, biting their tongue and shit. Like it just kind of like hit home.
Yeah, you didn't want to deal with it, huh?
No.
And it hit home in the sense that they were like they weren't practicing right. It was illegal. I mean, or just reflected to the experiences you've been through in your life with your family.
Yeah, because my sister also had a lot of malcare that they didn't. Like my mom showed up one time to her room. It was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and her oxygen was twisted. Like all the machines were going off, And there was it was just like my sister wasn't taken care of like she should have been taken care of at Loma Linda Hospital, And there was just a lot of fuck ups that they did. Like they spilled the fucking medication on her, and she had a big ass burn on her fucking leg. Like her skin was like coming off and shit, And it was just a lot. So when I got into the medical field and I really seen what it was, it just brought back like the trauma, you know?
Yeah, and you don't want to deal with it. Some people would have just said like, you know what, I'm gonna stick in this trade or part of business. I mean, you did invest 16 months of your time to go to school and you got the certificate. And some people say, well, you know, I'm gonna stay working here so I can change the culture of what's here. But instead, you just had enough of it and you just bounced out.
Yeah, because I was in the medical field for about 6, 7 years. So, like I stuck with it.
Yeah, that's a long time.
I stuck with it.
Yeah, it wasn't
know?
just a couple years.
From 2006 to like 2009.
Yeah.
The 2010 before I got busted, because I was still in the medical field when I got busted in 2010. I was doing my thing and I was trying to like stay legit, you know.
So you said you got it 2009, So you said you got into your neighborhood in 2008.
Right.
And while you were in the medical field, while you're getting ready to get out, did it have anything that you getting in your neighborhood have anything to do with affecting your job?
No, not at all.
No, it was just all that bullshit you
Yeah,
seen.
it was all the bullshit. Yeah.
And then it seems like 2008, 2009, you left the medical field, you kind of like maybe went on a downward spiral?
Yeah, I did. I did.
You fell off, you relapsed or something?
I relapsed and I started doing my own thing back again. Like I picked up where I was, like after so many years of doing good, you know, I picked up where I was, and like I got like the experiences that I had in the medical field, and then the money that I was making like in the calles and shit, I was just like, fuck that, like it's not worth it. Like I'd rather not have those experiences, the shit that I seen in the medical field, so I'd rather just do my thing, you know?
Were you getting high while you were working in the medical field?
At the end.
At the end, yeah.
At the end I started getting high, yeah.
Yeah.
I had relapse.
Yeah.
And it was like 3 months before like I took off, before I, you know,
Yeah.
started doing my thing again.
Started doing your thing, and then next thing you know, bam, what did you say, 2000? March, you end up catching that case, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, bam, you got out from there. You did a 16 months, little turnaround, little kind of reality check, so to speak, right? But you said you kind of fucked up a little after that, too, as well.
I did fuck up after that. It was just in 2010, like I said, when my daughter got sick, when she flatlined on me, like, after that, it was hard for me to get a job in the medical field. It was hard for me to get a good job, you know what I mean? Professional-wise, like, in any kind of field because of my background. The gun charges were coming up because it was a shootout that we fucking got into, and that's what I was fighting, a fucking shooting. And it was just hard to get back into that, and so it was just easy to go back into what I was used to, what I know, you know?
Is it hard being a female in a kind of like a male-dominated culture, street culture?
It is, because that was the reason why I caught the case, because motherfuckers think that they could fucking get over on me just because I'm a fucking female. And me, the type of person that I am, like, you got me super fucked up, you know? Like, it's not, just because I'm a female, that doesn't mean shit in this motherfucking game, but I guess, like, you just gotta fucking prove yourself a lot more, because it is a male-dominant atmosphere, you know?
And yeah, and you kind of got a presence of, you know, just a little like, not your average female.
I'm not.
You know, like if I could put money on it, I'd probably put money on it that you can fucking whoop Casey's ass right here.
Probably.
You think you can whoop his ass?
I got chuck guns. I got tippers.
Everybody give it up. Everybody give it up.
Can't nobody on this motherfucker come over here and say like I whooped that bitch's ass. Like, I got in jump before, but I never got my ass beat one-on-one. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Like,
yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting your ass beat.
No, there's nothing wrong with getting. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I've lost fights, and they're humbling too. They're humbling. I've lost fights in the pen. I've lost fights in the skies. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna give you a run for your motherfucking money. Like, anybody that was busted with me, like, you know what's up with me. You know what I mean? If you know me fucking personally, you know what's up with me. You know what I mean? And I have gotten jump, whatever. But on a one-on-one fight, can't nobody walk into this motherfucking earth could tell me that you fucked my ass up on a one-on-one fight.
Why don't you do some UFC or something?
Because I got fucking charges.
To really check your skill set.
I don't think you need charges for the UFC.
Yeah. I'm the type of hunger that the homies be like, all right, bitch, I got a hunger for your motherfucking ass. Watch. But sometimes I take it overboard and just fucking back. Like, they be like, I didn't tell you to do that, bitch. Like, fuck. I just told you to fuck her up real quick. But I'm not like that no more. I got kids. I got a husband, you know? He knows though.
Yeah, he does know. Look at the look on his face.
Shit has popped off, and he's just like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Not bad, babe."
You must be the worst soccer mom.
Nah,
Straight up.
not even a soccer.
I grew
mom.
up with fucking those ladies are crazy.
I'm not a soccer mom. The fuck?
Hey, my bad.
Who drives a van though? Like, what do you mean by soccer mom though?
Like just yelling fucking if any lady's yelling at your son, you're fucking, hey, don't say shit to my son. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
see,
Like,
I played
you know,
basketball for 7 years. I played basketball for the City of Commerce, and I played basketball for my junior high and high school. Like I said, I played basketball for 7 years.
Yeah.
And I am that type of mom though. Like, what the fuck?
See, I told you.
That's why my oldest doesn't play sports because he tells me, he's like, Mom, you be tripping. This is why I don't tell you shit. I'm like, you
Yeah.
gotta fucking tell me shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Jaden? Hi.
Casey, you better watch out, bro. You better watch. You pushing it, bro. You pushing it, dog. With that little fucking bandana.
Hit the first pad, the first one, number one. hit the first one.
Casey fucking hooked up the fucking the board. We got some new shit.
Gotta kick rocks so serio.
That bitch is annoying, bro. That bitch is annoying as fuck.
What the fuck is that? Who is that?
That's
then
fucking
she-
Ashley Anaheim.
Actually, I don't know, but that's that bitch with the fucking nos with balloon and shit.
The one who's
She was
ballooning
like,
it.
hey, fill my shit in. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Like,
She's
I
like,
don't give a
Chola.
fuck if she sees this shit. Like, bitch, I'll smack the shit out of you. That's some real shit.
Yeah, so Ashley
Shots
Anaheim.
fired.
Shots fired.
So it was
Call
a-
what
Shots
you,
fired.
call
It was
what
a
you
viral.
want.
It was a viral video of this girl and her man,
like
and
a
they're-
stray fiend.
And she was just live on IG, and they were just nozzing it in her car.
And she was like, what's up, fool? You gonna get a momo or what?
Yeah.
Like, bitch. I haven't seen that shit in the fucking early 2000s. Like, what the fuck?
She said, "You gonna get a momo or what?"
She wanna fuck.
Ew.
I don't know who she is.
What?
Catch those for fade.
Fuck is this? Wait, hold on.
I'm gonna catch those for fade.
I'm gonna catch that fool's face. He
Because
said.
that who's fake. That's another viral video. That fool who's trying to put fucking 5 gallons of gas.
5 gallons of gas.
Yeah, he said he was
fuck you
fucking
say?
5 gallons. And he said give him $5, and they would give him fucking a gallon of gas on the fucking Chevron on Cactus and Ellsworth.
Pero cuidado con el chorizo.
El gallo negro.
Oh my god, you hooked this shit up. What else we got right here? Let's see. Dirty Daryl, baby.
Damn.
Oh, I love that shit. You did this shit right, dog.
Can I get a moment of
Oh, get the fuck out. I love it, dog. Everybody give it for Casey, man. He hooked this shit up right here.
Gotta kick rocks so serio.
Damn, we're gonna have to figure out, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to find out the punchlines. I thought you were gonna put some tape on this shit, bro. You know what I mean? So I know what's what, dog.
Yeah, and then I'll have it tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I'll have it tomorrow.
Cool. So, I mean, so now you're doing, you calling these, you shooting your shots right here and shit. You don't give a fuck, huh?
No,
But,
I don't.
I mean, do females, like, they be getting on your nerves and shit sometimes? Some females?
I mean, I don't have a lot of female friends. I have my solid few, you know, like my homegirl Honey, my homegirl Bam Bam. I have a couple homegirls out there that my selected few and shit, but I keep it real with all the females. Like I always go live on my Instagram and shit on like my social media platforms, and I do talk about like my fucking struggle with addiction. I fucking also lost my kids to CPS, you know, and I'm like, look, if you ever need somebody to talk to, like reach out to me. Like I'm not that much of a fucking asshole, you know.
How did you lose your kids to CPS?
Smoking dope.
Smoking dope, and they took them and put them in foster care.
Yeah, they didn't put him in the foster care. Luckily, my brother Benny, my second to the oldest, he had the space in the rooms in his house to have my kids. So they reach out to your family first, and if they're not eligible to even, you know, to take the kids or whatever, then they put them in a foster home. But I was blessed enough that my brother stepped up and was like, nah. I'd take my niece to my nephew. You know?
Absolutely. Shout out to your brother for that.
Yeah.
It's good to have family sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You know, so was it a long road to get your kids back?
It was about like 14 months to get my kids back. Because the fucking social security the social worker that I fucking had, fuck, man. Like the DCFS, like they try to fuck you over. They do anything in their fucking power to try to sit there and take your fucking kids. Like that's just a paycheck to them. every fucking case is a paycheck to them, you know? So when I got my kids taken away, maybe a couple months later, I found out I was pregnant with my youngest son. And she did everything in her fucking power to try to take my son away, even though I was already months in the fucking drug program system from Edmond, right here in East LA, the courthouse.
Yeah. Is that on Whittier or something?
Yeah, right there in fucking Monterey Park.
I think, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that one. And I was already in the drug court program and shit, but she did everything in her power to try to take my youngest son, even though I was doing everything they had asked, you know?
They really put the women and the men through a lot of loops when it comes to stuff like that, right?
Yeah, they do.
I mean, what would you recommend to females that are dealing with that right now, or men?
I just recommend for everybody to keep doing what they do, keep doing what they're asked for, because if you sit here and you do actually what they're asking for, they ain't shit that they got on you on some real shit. Like, they can't sit there and hold anything against you if you're not even doing anything. If you're going to every single class, if you're going to every single drug test, there ain't shit that really could hold on to you, because, like I said, my social worker tried everything she could to try to take my youngest son away just because I had my two older kids taken away. But the judge told her, like, Chola, like, she's doing, you mean just because you don't like her fucking attitude? Like, that's it. Because I would talk back. I would talk my shit, you know?
Yeah, as you should, you know what I mean? I've been through that. It's very emotional.
Yeah,
It's very emotional when you have a complete stranger with the power to take kids that you birthed. You spent 8 months, yeah, I can,
It's 9 months, Lucky.
9 months, I'm sorry.
You fucked up already?
No, I'm not fucked up, dog. I'm not fucked up. I've never birthed a baby. I'm sorry.
He made
You
one,
sure?
though. He made plenty. I'm straight.
I've made a few. You might be one of them.
Fuck you. Don't laugh at his fucking jokes.
What makes you happy, T?
What makes me happy?
Yeah.
Just being sober, having my family, having my kids, having a good man by my side, having my real homeboys that real fucking support me from fucking day one. Like, that's what makes me fucking happy. Like, not getting judged for what I've done, what I've been. It is what it is, you know? Because I still feel judged most of the time from family members.
It's the worst from
people.
family members, huh?
It is. It is.
But it's all you can do is just prove them wrong by your actions of
But
doing
sometimes
well.
they would never be good enough. No matter what you do, no matter how many years you've been clean, no matter what you're doing, like, it's never going to be good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And that's I guess, it's, I've experienced that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've changed my life all the way around, you know? And to this day, there's family members that still, in my side, that hold that pride, that they feel that they're not gonna reach out and be like, hey, my G.
I'm proud of you.
You're doing amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I know we haven't talked in a few years, but I just wanted to leave you a voicemail. I just wanted to drop you a text.
But you know why they can't do that? Because they always expected your fucking failures. You know what I mean? So now that you're doing good,
They're like, it ain't gonna last long, watch.
it still hurts them. You know? Because I had family members, even siblings, that fucking pray for my downfall, that has told me, like, this is only a matter of time. I'm just waiting for you to get fuck up again. For you to get busted again, and then what? You know? I had a sibling that fucking threw my ass in jail. It is what it is. Like, now I don't need nobody's fucking validation. I know where the fuck I stand. I know what type of fucking person I am. I know what type of woman, what type of wife, what type of mother I am. And I'm a mother before I'm anything now, you know? I might have had my fucking flaws back then, but it is what it is. Like, now, I stand fucking 10 toes down, and that's just what it is.
If you were to, if you knew they were watching right now, if they're gonna watch in the future, and you had to send a message out to maybe one of those family members, what would you tell them?
God bless you. I hope you're happy. Because your judgment doesn't mean shit to me. Because you've always judged me your whole fucking life.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts when
It does.
when it comes from the people that share the same blood as you. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know, but you just got to deal with it. And as long as you have people that love you around, they may not share the same blood as you, but they share the same love with you.
Of course.
That's what hits right there.
And I got 2 of them right there.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shout out to my G's that are right here. You guys are.
My homeboys from the right, my homeboys from the Rascals.
Shout out to the
My
Rascals.
homeboy Chubbs, my homeboy Clumsy, my husband. You know?
Yeah. Absolutely. Would you guys like to get on and share a story about T right here?
Come on. Chubbs, come on, bro. Sit right here next to me.
No, we can put him on the guest seat. You can share a story.
Oh, right here on the guest seat.
Yeah, if you
Come
like,
on, bro.
think about it. It ain't gotta be right now. If something pops up, you know what I mean? You guys are more than welcome. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you seem like a woman that is, and not seem like, because after we've had this conversation, by what you tell us, I mean, you carry, to this day, you carry a lot of burden on your shoulders.
I do. I carry.
Have you ever gotten any therapy or anything like that? Talked about it? You know what I mean? Professionally?
Not like a actual therapist, but I've done like I said, like my drug court with the actual counselors, like the drug co-counselors right here, Latinos in East LA, you know. And I still communicate with them. I still have communication with them, and them counselors are always gonna be somebody special in my motherfucking heart, you know.
Okay, so unlike some people, sometimes people just get through it. You know, like, this is what I got to do to get my kids. This is what I got to do to get off parole. Blah, blah, blah. Whoa. All right, get through it. But it seems like you established some real relationships with these people. You were very genuine. You took it seriously.
I did because when it comes down to my kids, like, I got to take it seriously, you know? It was either that or getting my fucking kids put up for adoption. And I'll be damned if I get put up for adoption, you know? Because I've known people and I have actually relatives that their kids have been put up for adoption and they haven't been able to get them back. They know nothing of them, you know? And that couldn't be me. Me getting my kids taken away was actually like a blessing in disguise because I wanted to get clean. I just didn't know how. I didn't know where to turn to. I was ashamed to fucking ask for help. I was sleeping in my fucking car, you know? Sometimes I had my daughter or I had one that rotated with fucking kids, one of my kids, you know? And it was just a ugly situation.
Time you were sleeping in your car. Let's rewind life back and tap into that moment of time. You're sleeping in your car. You're fucked up off of dope. Everything you built or you had going on is out the door now, and now here you are. Is all you have left is basically, and I'm speaking from my experience as well. Clothes in a trunk and a car to sleep in, and once in a while you shower at the homie's crib.
You bird bath if you have to. Somewhere, you know.
How was that time? Can we talk about that?
It was hard because that was like the lowest of my lowest that I've ever been. But like I said, like, yo no me agüito. Like, I try to fucking keep it pushing and try to fucking make the best out of it. I don't blame anybody for my fucking situations that I fucking been in because most of the time it has been my fault, you know.
What was going through your head during this time? You're sleeping in your car. You're basically homeless. What is your thought process?
I got to do better.
I got to do better, but at the same time, we always have that thought process. We got to do better, but the homie pull up, we getting high. We're just like, all right, next week I'm gonna fucking check myself in. All right, next week it's gonna change. This is it. This is the last week. You know what I mean? The party ends on Friday. Then the weekend comes. I mean, it's a vicious cycle that I've been in, and females in my circle have been in too. You know what I mean? There's been a point where I've kicked females out the trap and been like, nah, you got to go to rehab because you just doing too much. You know what I mean? You going around with too many dudes. You just doing too much. And I love you. You cool people. You my family. You know what I mean? And let's get you right. And then maybe I can get myself right next. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I've always had like a good heart in the game with people around me, and it wasn't to shit on them because sometimes people will be like, nah, fuck that, Lucky, I'm not ready to go yet. I'm like, nah, you gotta go. And they're like, nah. And they're basically probably thinking in their head, like, who the fuck is this fool to tell me to go to rehab? Fool, you ain't coming with me, then what the fuck you talking about? How the fuck you gonna tell me? And, maybe I was just bullshitting, I don't know. Maybe I was just high and playing the game, or not playing the game because I felt it righteously in my heart. But it's such a complicated situation to be in, and you've been through those times, those rough times, and that's made the person that you are now.
Yeah. Kind
of a calloused individual, a lot of burden,
a lot of burden. I do have a lot of scars, like, within me. But fortunately, I had a lot of people that knew I was fucking up And even I had a homie that'd be like, hey, fool, just park your car in the fucking back. Like, park it there and stay. You know, even though you can't come in and just park and fucking stay. At least I could keep an eye on you. It means shit ain't gonna fucking happen to you right here, you know? It's just a lot. But like I said, this was before when I was sleeping in my car with like a kid or two with me, one of my kids. That was around the same time that I got CPS called on me. So like that's why I said like I felt like this was like a blessing in disguise because I wanted to stop. I just didn't know how or where to turn to or how to ask for help. Like I was kind of like shameful, you know? So when this happened, my parents did give me an opportunity. And like, if you're going to fucking do good, then you could stay here and get your kids back and do what you got to do. But if you're not, then don't even bother, you know?
At least they gave you the opportunity,
Yeah.
right? They opened up the door and gave you the chance, and you basically you took the opportunity, correct?
Of course.
Yeah.
For my kids, I will. I have to. You know, after them having like fucked up daddies and shit, one just sees and shit or whatever the fuck, like I'll be damned if my kids go out without a fucking mother. Like I didn't want my kids growing up saying like you didn't even fucking try, you know? And it's something that I wanted. I wanted it to stop. Like I wanted to fucking stop using dope after so many fucking years. Like it was getting the best out of me, and I knew I was better than this. I knew I was worth more, you know? Like I'm a smart girl, you know? I graduated high school with a fucking college, you know? The little bit of college that I do have, like I just felt like this is not my destiny. It can't be. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of women lose hope because of the statistics, like in the fucking their upbringings and shit. But like I wanted to come on here and be like, look, you're never too old enough to fucking change it around. It's never too late. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be 34 years old and I just got my fucking shit together maybe like 5-6 years ago on some real shit. Like I'm not even gonna fucking lie. Like, you know what I mean?
Shit, I didn't start maturing and getting my shit together till my late 30s, you know?
Exactly.
You know, so I feel you on that, and I know how that goes, man. And it's a hard road, and the best thing to do is to detach yourself from all those individuals that was, you know,
You have to.
that was involved with all the bullshit.
But like I said, you got the homies that are like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing, fool? You know what I mean? And I'm blessed for that. Like I'm thankful for that. Like for this who's, like I said, my husband. Like I still got them good homies from my neighborhood that would be like, what the fuck are you doing? When I see you, bitch, I'm gonna fuck your ass up because we know this is not you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for that. Like I love them for that. They're my fucking brothers.
You always need people to talk to you straight.
Yeah.
You're more receptive to hearing it from a male than a female. Is that correct? And why is that? Because you're kind of like you know, like and I mean no disrespect, but my girl's kind of like a tomboy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, yeah. My girl's like a tomboy. Like when everybody was playing with Barbies when she was a kid, she was playing in the dirt. She was running around. You know what I mean?
With
Like
fake guns and shit, shooting at your brothers and
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I don't know. It just feels like you need that advice. You need that type of love. Like I said, like I grew up in a strict home. You know what I mean? And I didn't have that love and compassion at home. Like I didn't. So kind of like the neighborhood fucking gave me that. And the homies that really gave a fuck were the type like, what are you doing, little sis? You know what I mean? And it meant a lot more from them. Like, because I knew from my heart and genuinely that they wanted better for me.
yeah. So if the fellas are telling you this shit, then it must
Like
mean something.
even them telling me like, you know what, we're fucking proud of you. Like I never got that. You know what I mean? To this day, I still never got that from fucking family members. You know?
Not even from your mom and pops.
Nah.
No. Huh. It's kind of strange.
Like my dad didn't go to my college graduation. He didn't go to my high school graduation. And I always felt like I was seeking approval from them. You know, everything I
figure.
was doing, I did it for my dad because he had a hard life too. You know, he left fucking his household when he was 13 years old. He came from Sinaloa to Tijuana. He came from a rough household too, you know? And I felt like I was doing it for him or for them, you know? And when I didn't get that in return or the response that I was looking for, I was just like, fuck it, you know?
This gets you emotional, huh?
It does.
Every time you've been talking and your eyes keep on getting watery, and so it seems like you're just kind of like pulling off a scab to old wounds and that haven't healed yet.
I mean, even if they're not healed, I keep it pushing. It is what it is.
I mean, you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job. You know, you're everybody's favorite Chola. You know, you're known around the world for overcoming huge obstacles in your life.
Yeah.
You know, people call you, look up to you, probably your role model, right?
I mean, I get a lot of DMs that they tell me, like, how do you go by, coping with shit,
And what is your response?
I just try my best to tell them, like, my experiences and how do I cope with shit before. And I just tell them, like, stay strong. Like, don't do it for anybody else. Do it for you. Do it for who you're really doing it for. Your kids, do it for yourself. But mostly for yourself. Because shit can't change if nothing starts with you. You know what I mean?
And yeah, and at the end of the day, when nobody's there, and sometimes nobody's there, and there's only one person that we see when we're looking in the mirror, and that's us. And if we're not happy with what we're seeing, then we are stuck with that, and we need to deal with that, and we need to fix that, And I mean, the road to recovery is long.
It is.
It's like, to me personally, shit still triggers me, and I get emotional, and it fucks me up, and I'm not happy with shit. Like, we talk about the family stuff, my kids play fake grandparents,
Yeah.
and that bothers me, because there is a grandfather and a grandmother, but they just choose to be absent.
Yeah.
Because of, I don't know, my choices that I made in my life, that they feel like, I don't know, I can't speak for them,
Right.
but it bothers me because it affects them,
Right.
But at the same time too, I'm like, nah, fuck that. They don't need them. They have me and my girl. But then when we carry the burden on our shoulders, because my girl's parents have passed away, so they have just, when we carry that burden or that of playing all family members to these kids, I mean, it's hard, because you don't get no break, and sometimes it's not fair to them, because sometimes, they need to go with grandparents, or they need to go with family, or they need to, they need to, be spread around and get different love from different individuals and learn different things, but it is what it is, and we just got to figure it out. I mean, life's not perfect, neither are we, right?
Right.
I think people wanted to call in and ask
Go
you some
ahead.
questions.
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you good with that?
I'm good. Yeah.
Let's take a quick break, everybody, and then we're going to do phone calls. You guys want to talk to T, call in, ask her questions. Women, you want to call in, ask her questions, you know what I mean? And I'm sure she's going to ask them to the best of her ability.
No stupid questions. No, don't be disrespectful.
Nah, if they're disrespectful, we'll clown them or we'll hang up on them. You know what I mean? It's sometimes,
I'm just saying.
Oh, don't. Oh, they're coming now.
yeah.
Just leave your fucking comment. It doesn't. Nah, I'm just kidding.
No, let's take a quick break.
I'll take phone calls.
Yeah, let's take a quick break. I got to use the restroom, and then we'll come in from phone calls.
All right.
Pero cuidado con el chorizo.
Gotta kick rocks so serio.
I'm gonna catch the fate.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
Pero cuidado con el chorizo. Pero cuidado con el chorizo.
Let's get back into
Say,
this.
Brady, they talking shit on the comments?
No, you're good.
Don't lie, fool. Don't
good.
lie to me, dog. Baby, they talking shit?
No, you're good. Everything's good. They ain't talking shit.
Am I? Can you take this?
I'll take it.
Like, you can cash out me.
Hi, hello?
Check. You on the Hood Stocks, baby? Talk to us.
Yes, hello, Hoodstock?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Hello. So I'm from the San Fernando Bay. I mean, my bad, I'm sorry. I'm just very nervous because I wouldn't thought you guys would have answered, but I'm from...
Turn the volume down in the background first, bro.
Oh, yeah, okay. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm from the Valley, San Fernando Valley. I'm 17, and I've been tuning in for a good while now, and I really like your podcast. And being able to hear people's stories, since I'm at a very young age, I'm able to see what these people go through and what helps me being able to continue on living my life. So I take your podcast as an example on what not to do for the future and to like get my shit together and being able to continue supporting my family and doing whatever I could do to make it out here. So I just want to let you know I really enjoy what you got going on. Continue doing what you're doing. And yeah, I just kind of look up to your podcast and
We appreciate it. What's your name, my G?
My name is Louis.
Louis, 17 years old, baby,
Yes.
out of San Fernando Valley.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, bro, tuning in. I appreciate this phone call because we don't get a lot of phone calls like this, you know. And so I want to tell you thank you. And yes, this is the reason why we share these stories. We share these stories so you know what not to do. You know, you know what not to do and how it can affect one's life because we have real people. This isn't a script. This isn't a Hollywood fucking, you know,
real life.
Yeah, this is real life, bro. You know what I mean? And you have a big future ahead of you, my boy. Stay away from all the bad elements in your life. Go to school, my G. Finish school, go to
class
school.
of 2021.
Yeah, hey.
That's right.
Get it, baby. I mean,
Whatever's not for you,
To be honest, it was hella easy.
like whatever's for you is gonna be meant for you, and it's gonna happen. Like, don't try to force shit. You know what I mean? You don't gotta prove. You don't need nobody's fucking validation. Like on some real shit.
Louis, we appreciate you, brother. Have a good weekend. Thank you for calling in.
Of course. I also want to let you know, what is the Chola's name? I'm sorry, what is your name?
My name, my real name,
Yes. Well, not your real name, just what you go by.
I go by T, your favorite Chola.
All right, then. See, well, I want to let you know you are my favorite Chola and that you're real gorgeous. And I wish nothing but the best for all you guys.
That's right. Thank you. God bless you.
There you go, baby. I
Yeah,
like
have a good
that.
one.
I like that.
Thank
You too,
you.
though. That was dope. I like that. That was like an innocent phone call. Hey,
It
what?
was.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Hello?
Turn the volume down in the background, please.
Got it.
All right, there you
Is
go.
she there?
Go ahead. Hello?
Hey,
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, what's up?
Nappy.
Oh, hi, Natty.
Okay, let me tell you something I've been wanting to tell you.
Tell me.
No questions. Just like you said, nobody has said that they're proud of you. You know I'm fucking proud of you.
I know.
And I've learned a lot from you. Coming when it has to do with my kids, my baby daddy, the drama. From you, I know that I shouldn't be taking shit from nobody. I don't fucking, you know me.
Yeah.
You know where I come from. I know where you come from. And I'm going to tell you right now that I'm fucking proud of you.
Thank you. I love you.
I'm proud of you. You know it. Keep doing what you're doing. And let anybody say what they have to fucking say. Fuck them all.
Exactly. I love you, Phil. You know what's up with me.
You know I'm here for you just like I know you're there for me.
Yeah. I love you. Always. You know you're more of my sister than my sister. I've always told you that.
I know. And, you know, I'm always going to be here for you no matter what. Whether sometimes we talk, sometimes we don't. You go your way, I go my way. I'm always going to be here for you.
Of course. And my homegirl right here, like, her ass too, like, I almost shot her ass on accident. It's fucking crazy because she pulled up on me in fucking East LA. She's from Holland Park herself. You know what I mean? She's from Holland Park and she fucking went to go get some beer and some fucking churras in East LA, but she seen me fucking coming out of a fucking liquor store and she was like, T, and then she fucking pulled down the fucking alley. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, this bitch feels super comfortable coming out the fucking alley yelling out my name. You know what I mean?
You gotta watch out, baby. How you roll up on somebody.
Here. Like, I fucking, but yeah.
Hey, well, I appreciate. What's her name again?
Her name is Nati, my homegirl Loca.
Loca.
She's from Holland Park, yeah.
I appreciate you for calling in.
We love you.
Well, I love you too. You keep doing what you're doing, girl.
You too. Thank you. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
You're on
I
Hood
love
Stocks.
her.
Talk to us.
They hung up.
Oh, hold on. I gotta turn that off. Let's see. Let's do this like this. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Hey, what's up, Lucky? I just want to tell you, we're calling for you, man. Return homie. Me and mi carnales are watching you. Shout out. And at the same time, I just want to say, fuck you, Lucky.
That's right, baby. I love you, dog. Appreciate your support, brother. Thank you, dog. All right, bro. Have a good one, dog.
What the fuck? This is.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Chupapi, muñeño.
Stay away.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
What's cracking, Lucky? Thanks for taking the call, man.
Absolutely, bro. What's up?
Hey, man. So I've been listening to this whole conversation, man. It's great. It's great. You know, I'm a big supporter because we got to get these stories out there for obvious reasons. And one of the biggest reasons is that youngster I called earlier, man. That's what it's about. Yeah. So T, it's nice to see you up there. Don't get down on yourself, man. We all go through some shit sometimes. As we get older, we mature. Sometimes some of us mature older later on in life. Myself, I grew up in Ramona Gardens. I am from Hazard. But that's not what it's about. It's about not, I guess, being so hard on ourselves. So I'll tell you a quick story, and you can take what you want from it. But
Of course, go ahead.
I got locked up at a very young age. I went through the YS system. I went through a CDC. And as I grew up in the system, I started realizing that I was becoming an adult, a man, and I started seeing all the lies that involved in the game. And a lot of homies that are listening to this right now, they might not like what I'm about to say, but it's just real. As you mature, you realize that some of the homies that you was riding with in that car, about to go put in some work, as we call it, it was nothing but lies, because when it's all said and done, all we were doing is putting in work into our own people. All we were doing is basically destroying our own people just because we were told that they were the enemy. Now, with that being said,
and that's facts because when you hit prison, I know, like in the deuce sides, like sureños run with sureños, you know what I mean? So in reality, like everybody.
So look, Yeah. Not to cut you off, but the whole
Go ahead.
system for the gentleman is different. Like you said, you guys as females in there, you don't really politic. Us, we can go literally from putting in work on the enemigas, as we want to call them, which I don't call them that no more. But I'm just trying to find my inner me when I was 14, 15. You know, putting in that work that we call.
Yeah.
And so we can do that, and then we can go in there, we can unite and do all that stuff. And at the same time, you could be an older homie in there about, let's just say you're 20, 25 years old. You have a Sally that's maybe 18. And instead of looking out for him and telling him, hey, man, this is not the life, don't do dope. A lot of times what happens is we look up to these guys that are encouraging us to do that. And so we got to cut this shit out. We got to knock it off. And it breaks my heart to see you up there emotional because it's just a cycle that
it is.
It hurts me to see my people going through that. And it doesn't just have to be my people, because anybody that's on the streets can relate. And so all I want to tell you is that you have big balls for being up there and telling your story. And anybody that's going to call in there and try to talk shit or shame you, they ain't about nothing, because they've never been through it. Because anybody that's been through anything is not going to make fun of another person for their lows.
And I appreciate you for calling in and understanding.
Oh, for sure, 100%. Lucky knows what time it is. Like I said, I've always supported this podcast because it's real. You will not find another podcast like this. And I was very happy to hear that youngster call in, because I've always said that these stories are going to help youngsters make better decisions, to not go down the same road that some of us went down. And like I said, as we get older, we start realizing that a lot of the times we did this to ourselves. So I'm not telling you to be hard on yourself, but when we look in the mirror and we realize, hey, you know what? Maybe I got my kids taken away because I was hanging out with the wrong guys.
Because
I was having kids with the wrong guys. And so I'm not telling you to blame yourself, but what I'm saying is that's where growth starts, because I had to go through it. And now a lot of the homies, I'm not going to say that they don't like me, or I'm not going to say that they don't respect me, but sometimes they really don't want to hear what I got to say as far as the youngsters go, because they want me to turn them up, and I'm trying to teach them to be better men than I was. You know what I'm saying? And so do the right thing. Do the right thing. Teach your kids the right thing. And to any older homie that's out there that's pumping bullshit into the youth, that says who you are. Because at some point you have to realize that, hey man, would I want somebody talking to my son like that? Exactly. Or would I want an older homeboy to be telling my son how to go about getting a job, how to go about being a good man, and then how to go about being a good father, and then eventually a good person. So don't feel bad. Don't cry no more. It sounds like you're doing a lot better. Take care of your stuff, man, and God bless you. And Lucky, continue the great work, man. And Casey, you look a little different today, dog. You look like a little bit like you're usually you're up there looking like a Chavo del Ocho, but I like your look, dog.
I just came from the lake, homie. I was right there at
It's because Q was coming to the fucking podcast, so he was like, check this out, let me just get
I said, check this fool out. New fool unlocked right here.
Much love and much support to everybody that's there right now with you guys. And yeah, man, let's continue to push the stories out. And but let's take something good from the stories, though, because I don't want Hoodstock to become this platform where it's all about us like glorifying BS. Because like I said, I know where I'm from. I know, like I'm from Hazard. Like I said, I got no shame in my game. But like I said, eventually I got old enough to realize that is not the business. And then now with all this 50-50 and all this washed up yards, and kids, do not go there unless you want to be fucking playing pinochle with some fucking. It is what it is. Let's just say, let's push your stories out there, but let's end it with positive message.
That's what we always do here, baby. We always do right here, dog. That is the goal, and that is always the focus, my G. Thank you so much for calling, dog, and I appreciate these words.
And that's why I fuck with it. God bless y'all.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us. You're on Hoodstocks. Let's go.
Hello.
You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us, baby.
Yeah, hey, Lucky, I want to give you props, bro, on your show and everything, man. Keep up the good work, bro.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, dog.
You have a good one, man. Appreciate it.
You too, my G. You know, being on this podcast, and it's, you know, you're putting yourself in a vulnerable situation. You know, you get emotional. You tell stories that you hold close to your heart. You know, not every day do we tell these stories. Not every day do we reflect on the old us, right? And it's hard, and it takes nuts. It takes nuts to do this, you know. Yeah. And always the focus is, I don't ever want to lose focus. The focus is to do better, not worse. You know, we're never glorifying the lifestyle. You know, we may joke around and clown around and so on and so forth about different situations and scenarios, whatever. But we are trying to teach the ones behind us, right? The youth.
Especially like me being the first generation out here and my kids being the second generation out here. Like, I remember when my son, my oldest, like I said, he's 13 years old. Like, when he, like, Mommy, I don't want you, like, stop going to jail. You know what I mean? And it's like, we just gotta break that fucking chain. Like, we gotta change the fucking statistics. We gotta fucking do better. Like, even if as single moms, like, don't be afraid to be fucking alone. Like, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is have the fucking ambition and the fucking desire to do fucking better. Like, on some real shit. Like, I refuse to fucking stay at the fucking bottom. I refuse to.
Sometimes it's better to be alone than to be fucking surrounded by a bunch of fucking dope fiends and all those fucked up elements that come with that lifestyle.
And sometimes you gotta do the wrong shit for the right fucking reasons. You know what I mean? Because I did a lot of wrong shit for the right fucking reasons. And those reasons was to feed my fucking children. Those reasons was to fucking, you know what I mean? To see the fucking next day. Like God knows where the fuck, like, I'm not a religious person, but I have my own relationship with God, you know what I mean?
As you should.
And he knows where my heart is at.
Absolutely, and that's what matters. Here, we got Eric Chavez is calling, and he called me a couple of times. Missed calls.
A ver. Eric.
Let's see right here.
Please leave your message for...
I just try to call him back. But yeah, I get it. Sometimes you got to do the right thing for the... Here it is right here. Mr. Eric Chavez, what up, my G?
What's up, motherfucker? Shut the fuck up! Hey, what's up to the homegirl T right there with her fucking crazy ass?
What's up, my
boy?
boy?
I want to give Eric a shout out for making this interview happen. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for Eric Chavez, you know what I mean? T wouldn't be here. So thank you, my G.
Yeah,
Lucky,
thank you.
Lucky, you could take me on Father's Day next year, okay? Hey, look, congratulations on posting your Zumba, a little bit of videos of your Zumba class on your IG.
Hey, bro.
I love you getting your booty pump in, and congratulations.
That's called the hood rat. Everyone calls it the worm. I call that the hood rat.
I seen that.
And congratulations.
My back feels a little fucked up from doing that. Can you do that, T? Can you do the worm?
A little bit.
Eric, when are you gonna do the worm?
We gotta try doing. Let's see who can do the. After this podcast, let's see who can do the fucking worm.
No, I'm not doing it though.
In case you can't do the worm, but he could get your worm.
What the fuck?
Eric, we love you. Thank you, brother. We will see you,
You don't
soon.
love me, Lucky, you don't love me. I know you don't.
Hey, Eric.
Stop.
Love you, my G. Be easy, doggy. Have a good Sunday, brother.
Bye.
Eric's like one of them dudes. You don't love me, like, bro.
You don't love me as a homie. We love you, bro.
This
Just chill.
this sounds like an old relationship that I was in at one point in my life. You know what I mean?
He can't let you go, Luck.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us, baby.
Hello?
Hello.
What's up? What's cracking over there?
What's up?
Chilling. What's up, G? You on Hood Stocks? What do you got to say?
Man, I just want to congratulate you on this podcast, bro. Freaking, I usually listen on my, like, when I'm driving from work, and I take a longer route home, because I'm like, shit, I can't miss this episode.
Appreciate you, dog. This podcast started off a little rocky. It started off a little rough, but we kind of like we fell into it. T fell into it. You know what I mean? And it worked itself out. And sometimes, bro, that's the way that happens. You know what I mean? Nothing's always perfect.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's real, right?
I tell people, whatever you want to ask, just ask me, because I'm pretty sure I've been through it on some real shit.
Yeah, for sure. I'm over here up north in Northern California, and I tell my primos, hey, check out Hood Stocks, and they're like, oh, that's just badass, fucking, everyone, because you drink during your podcast, whatever, whoop-de-woo, whatever, what it is, what it is, but like you're real, you know what I mean? That's what's up.
Bro, this is the only time I drink throughout the week is during these podcasts. Because throughout Monday through Friday, my G, I work and I go to night school and I take care of babies and I got a family at home. You know what I mean? My schedule is crazy, bro. So
I feel you.
So this podcast was made, bro, to get these stories out, but at the same time, kind of let the hair down, kind of unwind, chill. You know what I mean?
What hair, bro?
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, I feel you.
Wait, those are titties.
I feel you on that, man.
That's a nipple hair.
I work all week, and then on the weekends, I'm like, boom, but tomorrow's business, and it is what it is, man.
Yeah, back to real life, baby.
Congratulate you guys. Yeah, we gotta support the family, but keep doing what you're doing, bro. Fucking, I just want to say what's up. I'm surprised you answered my call because I've called like maybe 5 times, in your other lives, but
I'm glad
because the other lives don't matter. It's a rascal thing.
All lives matter.
All lives.
Well, yeah.
She gangbanging now.
She
got that Michelada cup. She got a can of whoop
I'm
ass.
talking about like social media shit.
Chola.
That's why she's your favorite Chola. Hey.
La Chola con la Sharpie.
Never the Sharpie. These are real, baby. From hair to eyebrows. You know what I mean?
You got good hair, girl.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got a lot of hair.
I have a lot of hair.
Yeah.
It's on me.
But
you know what? Speaking of a lot of hair, let me tell you, hey, my boy, the love for Northern California. Keep tuning in, baby. Keep letting the homies know that we right here, dog. Thank you so much for your call today, brother. I'm glad you got you made it through in the phone call.
Watch
dog.
Lucky do the worm.
No, hold on. Speaking of hair, so I was at Raging Waters. Did I tell you I was at Raging Waters yesterday?
Yeah.
Did you guys?
I told everybody I know, huh? Hey, no. Let me
Where
tell
was
you.
the invite, fool?
Let me tell you this.
About the tortas.
No, let me tell you this. There was one female that had a patch of hair on her lower back.
What?
She had a patch of hair on her lower back, bro.
If she had a man,
that's a dude.
That's fucked up for your man to let you walk out like that.
I was really.
Wait,
no, de veras.
Wait,
I would expect my husband to be like, hey, babe.
Should he have braided it?
With his tongue.
Like fucking shave it. At least fucking like lower back cuando no se te mire. Like you can't see that shit. You know what I mean?
I was really fucked up when I seen that.
That's crucial.
Oh yeah, you snuck beer in there?
And it was like a Brillo pad. It was like a patch. It was like a Brillo pad, dude. It was just.
It was a bush.
The bush.
On the lower.
It kind of fucked me up, bro. I mean, I ain't never seen it.
On the lower back, not even the front. The front would be cool because it's normal. Okay, you could have a bush because you got your thing right there.
I've never seen that before.
But the
I'm
lower
gonna have
back?
to Google that one.
Raging Waters was off the hook yesterday.
Was it
bro.
like a tramp stamp?
Imagine.
It was tattooed.
Tattooed hairs. That's crazy.
That's fucked up.
I'm trying to figure out whose eyebrows are better, Lucky's or yours.
It has to be mine because trust and believe it.
Hers are real, mine are Sharpies, fool. Come on. Obviously it's hers.
Lucky's are microbladed. Look closely.
Microbladed.
Look at it. If a dude
about to
has
microblade my
better
dick in your
eyebrows
ass,
than me,
fucker.
that's a problem. I can never date a dude with better eyebrows than me. My baby don't got better eyebrows than me. He just got fucking blue-green eyes. You know what I mean? He's a handsome motherfucker, but he don't got better eyebrows than me.
Or else it would have been a no.
Some dudes be like
Lucky, put it out there.
Nah, you cannot have better eyebrows than your fucking girl, though. Like, eyebrows make a face. Make your whole face. You know what I mean? So if you got better eyebrows than your girl, then
eyebrows make the face. Yeah.
It does. On some
for
real
a man.
shit.
Or for anybody.
Anybody in general. Like, eyebrows make your whole fucking face. Like, so I can never, like, if a dude has better eyebrows than me, that's a fucking no-go.
How would a dude? Yeah. I don't know. Let's go to the next caller.
Let me see.
Casey's always trying to bring this eyebrow thing up.
Why, Casey?
Well, now we have someone who could actually compete with him.
I'm the only one in the podcast thus far, that has good eyebrows, huh?
Exactly. So you
Ya ves?
You versus Lucky
It's
right now. I want to
thing.
see it.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
See what I mean?
Talk to us, baby. You on Hood
The
Talks.
homegirls from my water is better than yours.
You calling from where? From the bottom of the...
Oh, next
man.
one. Nah, you can't hear that.
Call off Wi-Fi.
You're on Hood Talks. Talk to us.
Coño, lucky.
Oh, this is my shit. I love
Coño,
this dude.
lucky.
Coño.
Coño.
Cockroach Tony Montana.
A ver.
Oh, I just want to say hi to you guys, you know. Lucky knows me, you know. I'm one of his favorite Goonies, you know.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you are. You know, my
I
boy,
just want to say, what's going on, man? You got something to tell me?
you know what, dog? I love you, dog. I feel like
I love you too.
I feel like a podcast isn't completed unless I get a call from you, my G.
I got to be here, you know. I got to support the Goonies, support the show, you know.
Absolutely.
I love it.
I just want to say something, you know.
Go ahead.
Soldiers come in many forms. It's not always a man, you know.
Yeah.
And we always at war. Sometimes the war is different. The responsibilities are never the same. Kids is a big responsibility. Life, taking care of kids. You gotta make sure you're on top of the world, mama. Okay?
Thank you. I don't know who you are, but I
Like always.
appreciate you for that fucking comment right now.
Anytime, you know.
Love you, my G. Hey, hit my DM, my boy. I want to send you some Hoodstock stuff, dog.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. That was
deep.
That was deep right there,
Yeah,
baby.
it was
That was
deep.
deep. That was
Yeah.
deep. Yeah, I don't know if you read that.
I don't know
if
you, but I appreciate you for that.
I don't know if you had a book open while you're reading that shit, dog. You know what I mean? But I need that book, my boy. You on Hoodstocks?
No,
Talk to
but
us.
check this out. Like when I go on live, like on my
Fill 'em
Instagram,
up,
shit, they'll tell me like, "Hey, shout out from London, shout out from Australia, shout
Yeah.
out from here." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
No,
I'm just like, "God damn!" Like
You
they
touch
really
it,
fucking.
girl. I mean, I'm telling you, man. You doing it. I mean, I barely got put onto you, but man, I see you and you, you doing a good thing, and you're much needed. You know what I mean? You are
Yeah.
needed. You are worthy. You are. The acceptance is worldwide for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's go to the next caller right here. You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
I think that one person wanted to talk, but then we were talking over, and she was like, "Fuck you guys."
She'll call back. Yeah, no, it was a female too, and we need you to call back. You know what I mean? We need you to call back.
Call
You know-
back. Lucky will do the worm right now on the fucking table, homie.
That's fucked up.
What happened to your arm, bro? Like a week ago, your arm was fucked up, bro.
dude. Okay, so my arm was fucked up. So you remember I dove for the football in front of those tortas and fucked it up, and I couldn't fucking move it. And then as the days progressed, I was able to fucking move it, and now like I'm almost basically there. I heal fast, baby.
Yeah, well you.
I'm only 19.
You look like you're 25.
Ah, damn, I really am 25. It's fucked up. So
No, for real, how old are you, Casey? Let the truth be told. How old are you, Casey?
why do you think it's like I look good for my age or I look bad for my age?
It depends what your age.
I'm 28.
Yeah. You look young for your age.
Do I? Like
Yeah.
what I look like, 25? So if I go to Katie Jake's, you think I'll get some cholas or no?
Not some taller like me, but maybe some.
But I want one like you.
See, that's hard to come by. You
Well,
know
where
what
do
I
they
mean?
hang out?
They don't make them like this anymore.
They hang out in the Aquanet aisle at Walmart.
The rave. Fuck you, Lucky.
Did you ever wear Aquanet on your hair?
Back in the day.
That was kind of like, that was a little before your time, maybe, the Aquanet.
No,
there.
it was like around my time, like in the early 90s and shit. Then we moved to rave, and then now we use.
Oh, rave, the tall
rave.
can.
Yeah, the purple.
Yeah.
The gray and purple one. Rave was the shit. And then we just fucking, and then we moved up like to some fucking classy shit.
Just some suave, homie.
Like some Tresemme.
All up in your head like herbal essence.
Are you drinking water or is that alcohol, bro?
No, it's tequila.
He's been drinking tequila. That's why he
I
asked
do.
us if we wanted a shot.
Yeah, I be sipping, homie.
I wish people can see your whole getup what you're wearing, bro. You got dress shoes on, white socks, and short shorts on.
Hey,
I really
that
wish.
sock check, fool. That sock check. That's a real sock check, and he passes. Though, you mean?
Is that a passing sock check? No. Nah.
He's decent. No,
Hey, you heard it, homie. That's a killer.
Like you're
That's
decent.
a killer right there.
Like you're there, even though it's not like up,
It's a killer
like,
right
up to
there,
the knees, but he's there. Like
He's on his way.
he's down. He's down. He's down to a certain extent.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. This fool's stupid.
That's fucked up. But I sound kind of fucked up because I have stitches in my lip and my tongue.
Why? What happened?
Because I went to the dentist yesterday, remember?
Damn, what kind of dentist you go to get stitches in your lip?
No,
Yeah, what kind
because
of dentist is that?
no, because look, like I had bit my lip, and then within a couple of days that I was healing, I bit my lip again. So it kind of like turned into like a little like saliva ball that they call, and it was. If you go back like to some of my stories and shit, like you could see like a little fucking. So I got that removed, and then I bit the fuck out of my tongue too.
Damn. How'd you bite your tongue? I see it. Oh shit! Ouch!
So stitches, like I got real life stitches in my tongue and in my fucking lip.
Damn.
Those nails are off the hook, girl. How you function with them nails? That's
I
crazy.
did them myself though, so probably like shout out to me.
Oh damn. You're taking jobs away from the Asians.
Nah, because look, I've always been a fucking hustler. Like I gotta hustle regardless. Like I have a good ass job now. I have a super legit job. I got a good paying fucking job, but I feel like on the weekends I could do more. You know what I mean? If I'm not out hustling, like doing like shows and stuff, you know,
Yeah,
photo shoots,
when
whatever.
So when you do that, I mean, are those paid gigs or how does that work?
Always,
for you? Always.
always.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it just depends who it is. Of course, I'm gonna look out for you. I look out for the raza. Like small businesses, I'll look out for you. Small photo
you show
photographers.
love.
Yeah,
of
but
course.
what about loud tenants? Because if you're my property manager, you
Well,
would.
I don't live there. I'm just there Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
Okay,
Like I'm an on-site property manager, but I don't live there like on site.
Because I would hate
They
for you to
told-
be my property manager.
Or you would love it.
Or maybe I would.
You
love
should
it,
you
actually.
should knock on your door and you'd say, "Oh shit, T's out
pull
there."
my
Put
socks
your little
higher.
tantarans on, and your high socks on.
You know, if I knock on your door, it's not gonna be because it's a good thing.
It's a gangster knock.
Like either you violated the motherfucking
Gangster
property
knocks-
rules or you're
gangsters
late
don't
on your
knock like
fucking
this. They
rent.
knock like this.
Like
Do.
you're late on red or you're fucking up on the fucking HOA fucking violations. You know what I mean?
And then you give them two options right there.
No, I let you know. Like, look, check this out. Either you're gonna act right or ya sabes.
You're kind of like a bill collector then, huh? Like when they see you coming through, they're like, "Oh shit."
But see, I used to work for a collection agency too in Monterey Park. It was for a student loan, correct?
Student
collection.
loans, man.
That's
I got the-
fucked. Damn.
But I did all the paperwork and shit. But I would just hear like the collectors and shit just trying to fucking.
Trying to bang on those kids?
Damn, like I would hate to be a fucking collector, like on some real shit.
You ever see those repo shows and shit when the
Yeah.
dudes are repoing cars? That's got to be the worst job, bro.
Always,
To,
because
like-
I can't have people try to get at me like that. You know what I mean? I'd be like, what the fuck?
Can you imagine some fool just coming up and trying to hook your car up to a fucking a tow truck and shit? Like them dudes, those are good shows. What was that one show called, bro? That one
Bait
white
car or bait?
No,
No,
not
that
bait
was
cars.
like when
That's-
the cops would put the fucking car and it would be running.
Yeah,
and see
big
who walks
car.
out on it, you know? But like the fucking the repo show that they had, bitch, you're not gonna come over here and try to take my motherfucking
Oh, yeah,
right.
the
First
repo.
of all, I'm not gonna be fucking behind in my motherfucking payments.
I mean, it does happen though.
It happens though, but you gotta be
Fucking up,
yeah,
slipping on your game, hitting that pokey.
that part.
Yeah.
So everyone wants to know, do you love hot Cheetos?
Hot Cheetos.
That's what they want to know.
Or is that what you want to know, bro? Are you racially profiling her, bro?
What do you mean?
What are you saying,
Do-
bro? The Cholas
They
gotta eat
just-
hot Cheetos?
And drink micheladas and wear white Vans and white shoes?
But I don't got white Vans. Fool, I got fucking Air Forces ones, some sick ass ones too, with the fucking black fucking Nike sign.
Because were the Vans dirty?
This fool trying to clown. I swear to God, if you smack the shit out of him, I will give you some money for that. You know what I mean?
Give me some Hood Stocks fucking merchandise.
Yeah? You want to slap him live on this fucking podcast? I'd love to see that. You know what I mean? Nah, don't do that, because then his
Fucking
mom's going to be
Casey.
calling me up.
I'm down.
I'm like, señora, I'm sorry, pero su hijo, hey, se lo merecía.
No, my mom's not from Mexico.
Oh, my mom is.
My mom's like
So
you guys.
Like, what do you mean? She's the first generation out here?
No, like you guys.
What do you mean, like you guys?
Like your guys' mentality, your guys' culture.
What does that mean?
That means like
we'll fuck you up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm the first generation out here. Like, my mom and dad are from fucking Mexico, you know?
Yeah.
And
No, like my grandparents came here from Mexico and they were like 6 or 5. So.
Oh, nice. So you're like the third, fourth generation out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the 90s, I mean, my mom grew up in the 90s. She had to fight Cholas.
Me too.
It's just because my grandpa, well, just like the dynamics was my grandpa, you know, had a little bit more money. So then like, and they grew up in Rosemead and they were like, it was just all that.
That was the suburbs.
Yeah, yeah. But
It is
right
the
there,
suburbs.
right above the 10 freeway, and then below the 10 freeway is not the suburbs.
Yeah. No, but it is.
Kinda, yeah.
It is.
But it's still,
it is. the
So
suburbs.
what you're telling us is you're the product of a bag of hot Cheetos and a fucking King Cobra 40.
So a fucking
Maybe.
Colt beer.
Colt 45. You're the product.
Maybe.
Some Bud Ice.
Was your mom popular back in the day?
Oh.
Is that a trick question? I don't know this Chola lingo.
It's Chola lingo.
I swear to God, we need to get this hipster the
Was
fuck
your
out
mama
of here,
that
bro.
homegirl or was she not that homegirl?
She definitely was. I mean,
Was she the homegirl that everybody loved?
I mean, not that I remember.
Not that she told you.
But I mean, that's what it is. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
you guys are, the dynamic between you two is like, it's like duality. It's the male and female. In a way,
Like the
though, it is
alpha
though,
and the
because I mean,
fucking-
it's like living the street life, but
Baby.
in one half and the other half, right? As in male and female. And I mean, it's crazy.
Both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to speak.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's dope. It's dope. But I want to know how you got into the industry like that, with all that.
With the lowriding?
Yeah.
So I was staying out in Vegas and I was actually working as a manager in billing for a limo company. And I had a homeboy named Damien that worked in the limo company and he had a lowrider. And he was just like, look, fool, you should come out with me. I think you'll fit this fucking script. Da, 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 da. And it was the Easter gathering. So I went with him to the Easter gathering and my style was different from fucking Vegas, you know? Everybody was like, you're not from here, huh? I was like, nah. Like, I'm from LA. I'm from the east side of LA, you know? And that's just how, like, my first show ever was the Super Show, 2019. Las Vegas Super Show, the Lowrider show,
Yeah.
you know? And it was with OG Familia. So shout out to OG Familia that actually booked me for the Super Show. And that was my first show ever.
What is that? Is that like a clothing line out there or something?
OG Familia?
Yeah.
OG Familia is actually in San Bernardino, but they do have a clothing line on Instagram and stuff. And they have pretty, you know, they have like shit like this, like Felix the Cat, you know?
Yeah.
Just the OG Familia, like, you know? And they're the ones that actually booked me for the Super Show. And that's just how it started. And before all that, like, I was at the Super Show and people would be like, hey, that's your favorite Chola right there, you know? Like, people just started recognizing. I was just like, kind of like, what the fuck? I would have never thought it would have came like this far, you know? Because I've been on music videos with, like, Bad Boy from Click I One, Latin Boss, you know, like, it's on fucking YouTube. Like,
Who's Bad Boy?
Bad Boy from Click I One?
What you gonna do?
Yeah.
What is it?
You know Click I One? You never heard of Click I One?
It was a Chicano rap.
Chicano rap.
Yeah,
So, Bad Boy, it was 3 of them.
Yeah,
so
like what you make.
Yeah. But yeah.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
But yeah, like everybody, like Click I One was kind of like the fucking NBA writers, the fucking, you know?
What kind of music do you like?
I bump corridos, I bump funk, old school, some Chicano, you know? But
So then, like, after that, after you did that show, like, you just got calls fucking ever since?
I did.
Of what?
It was just my stilo, like my fucking, the way I looked, everything, you know? Like,
You were the
'cause
real deal, basically.
basically.
Yeah.
You know, and people just started fucking with me because I was so out there, like putting myself, like, you know, being in my addiction, getting my kids taken away, being in the fucking domestic violence, being in the fucking gang, and being in prison, you know, like I put myself out there, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of people like in addiction that really doesn't put themselves out there. And I had a lot of people reach out to me like, how do you fucking seek for help? And I'm like, look, this is the fucking first steps. First step is admitting that you fucking need help. You know what I mean? And if you want help, like, there's nobody gonna fucking, shit ain't gonna change unless you're gonna change it for your fucking self. You're gonna have to want this shit. Like on some real shit, I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit, you know what I mean? You gotta fucking want this shit, enable for fucking shit to be fucking changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just it is what it is. Like I keep it 113%. That's just me. Like I'm not gonna fucking fake the funk. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. Like you ask me about some shit, I'm gonna fucking tell you.
Yeah.
And if I could relate to it, I'm gonna give you the best advice that I could ever fucking give.
Sometimes being a very blunt, straightforward person can make you the enemy.
It does.
So do you pick and choose your times when you want to be straight out?
I don't.
You don't.
I don't. Because you could hate me if you want for the shit that I fucking say. Because I know at the end of the day, maybe later on, you're gonna fucking sit there and think about the shit that I fucking told you. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck because I'm the first business that's gonna keep it motherfucking real. Regardless of the fucking situation. Regardless if I fucking make enemies. Like I really don't give a fuck.
You know what? I used to be like that, and I still am to a certain point. But
I hold my mouth sometimes. You know what I mean? I don't say shit, but like I'm always gonna keep it fucking real. Like.
But sometimes real hurts people's feelings.
But maybe sometimes you gotta hurt people's feelings for them to get the fucking point.
Are you good with when people talk to you the same way?
Of course.
Yeah, I am too.
I take constructive criticism all the time.
Yeah.
Like, let me fucking know. Like, I would want you to let me know that I'm fucking up, just like I would fucking let you know that you're fucking up and you're being a piece of shit fucking friend. You know what I mean? Or a piece of shit fucking mother, or a piece of shit whatever. Like you're wrong, fool. You know what I mean? And this is why you're fucking wrong, because of this, this, and that. And I would want you to be the same way, even if I don't like it. You just gotta have people around that is gonna tell you, like, I love you as a fucking person and I love you as a fucking friend, but you're fucking wrong. You know what I mean? Because you need that. You have to have that. And I am gonna be that person because most of my life I didn't have that. Besides, you know.
Nothing's worse when someone you get the when you feel the energy of someone that is thinking something but they're not telling you it, right?
It's a fucked up feeling.
Yeah.
Because
sometimes it's just like, I can read your face, my G. Like, just spit that shit out.
Like, you got
something
something on your chest that you gotta fucking let out. Let me know. I'm like that, and I tell people that, like, you know what, the vibe is off. You got something on your fucking chest, and you gotta let me know. Let me know, bro, because I feel like the vibe is off, and I'm like that, and I do come off as fucking aggressive, and I do come off, but that's just always been me. Like the homegirl that called in, like, fool, you fucking tell me this, and that. I tell you for a reason. I tell you because I fucking love you. And I tell you because I know you fucking deserve fucking better. And I'm telling you because I fucking love you. You know what I mean? I want you fucking happy. I want you to fucking realize what you're fucking, like, no seas pendeja. You know what I mean?
I've been like that with a lot of my people, friends,
and if that
homies.
And if that makes me lose fucking friends, then so be it. I don't give a fuck. You're gonna remember me, regardless of whether you talk to me or not. I don't give a fuck. I'm some real shit.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us. We have people right here, bro, that are coming in. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Open the door, bro. Sorry about that, guys. They just hung up.
Bring some beer.
Huh?
Tell them to bring
We got
some
beer. We got beer. There's a bunch of it.
I need one.
You look like beer.
Yeah. Huh?
What?
There's no more beer?
This dude right here. He's never been slapped by a Chola. I think we need to make that happen.
I think we need a slap box. I bet y'all fuck him up.
I think you would too.
Hey, Lucky.
Yes.
Hey, it's Arlene. Can you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead.
All right.
What my eyes?
It's Arlene.
Arlene,
everything I'm hearing, this young girl, she's young to me. I spoke to you on the phone one time. I was, remember a couple weeks ago on a Sunday? I needed to talk.
No, you. She's talking about you.
Anyways.
Who'd you talk
but
to,
meanwhile,
Arlene?
right
Did you
here,
talk to me or did
I've
you
got
talk to her?
daughters her age, and really lucky.
Oh, you're talking to me. Oh, you know
Yeah.
you're okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. But anyways, man, I look at her and she's like a mirror image is what I used to be when I was her age. And like the gentleman who called in, there are women soldiers out there.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel you, girl. I feel you. I can feel it. I feel your energy. I know you're
let me
waking up right
tell
now.
you something. I'm pushing 54. I raised 4 daughters. I got 2 that passed away.
My condolences, Arlene.
Yeah.
I remember
God
talking
bless
to you.
you for
Yeah,
that.
I talked to you last weekend. My bad.
Yeah,
I know
but,
I know another Arlene. That's why I was getting confused. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know. I mean, I have 2 older daughters that don't want to have anything to do with me. I hit you up on IG, Miss T.
I
So
hear
I'm
you.
gonna hit. We'll talk more. But I want you to I make contact with you. But we all need somebody to talk to, and I really thank Lucky to finally bring on a woman up here to stand her ground.
I appreciate
We need to
you.
hear this. We need to hear from women too. But I'm not going to keep you. But I did contact you on your ID, okay? But I'm going to let you guys go. Just keep your head up, stay strong. And you know what? I used to speak just like you, and everybody has disowned me to this day.
Yeah.
Because of the way I talk.
Right.
Because I'm aggressive. But I wish I was spoken to that way. But nobody has been able to do that towards me, to get me. But
I feel you, girl. If you said you DM me, trust and believe, I'm gonna reply to you. I look at all my messages, and I do reply to all my supporters. I don't like to call them fans, but they're my supporters because I do feel like my testimony, my story hits a lot of people. So don't even trip. What was your name again?
Arlene.
Arlene. I'll get back to you for sure. That's for sure.
All right. Thank you for your
I
guys'
appreciate
time.
you.
God
I
bless
appreciate you. Stay strong.
Yeah, keep your head up, Arlene.
Yes.
You got my
I
number.
am.
You got my number too, and we talked. I remember talking to you last weekend.
Quitting's not an option.
It's not.
Never,
It's
bro.
not, especially as a woman and as a mother.
I will win.
All right. God bless you guys.
God bless you too.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
See, I appreciate phone calls like that because I know for a fact that a lot of people and a lot of females have a lot in common with me. But they're just, I don't know what it is, but they don't put it out there. You know what I mean? Regardless if you're going to be judged. See, me, I don't give a fuck. Because there's nothing of my past that you could bring up that you could touch me with now. You know what I mean? There's nothing in my past that I haven't talked about. So there ain't shit that you could fucking bring up about me that you could fucking turn me down with. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You know what? Check it. Let's take a quick break. Let's take a quick break real quick because I think we have a special guest right here and I want to see if she's willing because this actually ties in together. So let me see if she's willing to come on the guest seat right here and talk real quick. You go with a quick break? Are you guys good on time?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah? Okay, let's take a quick break real quick and we'll
Checking
be
the crack. Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
we'll be right back. 1 sec. Let's see. Bam, baby. Let's go. Check 1 2 1 2. Hey, you know what, everybody? We have a very special guest. We have a very, very special guest. Speaking of empowering women, girl power, woman power, whatever you want to call it. We have a past guest that she's blessed this platform with her story. And luckily, she's in town. She just pulled up on us. And so I talked her into getting on this guest seat. I want you all to give it up for Claudia, the founder of LA on Cloud 9. Let's go. Claudia, how are you doing?
Tired.
You're tired?
Yeah.
You came back in town. You took a little break from what you were doing.
Yes.
And you're back in town. And since you've been back in town, you hit them streets of downtown LA, correct?
South Central.
South Central. Yeah. South Central is your stomping grounds, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And for the people that never saw the podcast that we had with you, because it was a while back, right? How long has it been already? Maybe a year or so, or something like that.
2 years, probably.
Has it been?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Something like that. I know it's been a minute, and I was very happy that you agreed to come on the podcast to share your story. But for the people that don't know about what LA on Cloud 9 does, would you mind giving them like a little brief summary?
Well, LA on Cloud 9 just provides the basic necessities for people who are experiencing homelessness, for the animals as well.
Yeah.
Just basic necessities. And we do our best to connect people to the services. But right now we're just focusing on providing the basic needs.
Basic needs. Mm-hmm. So how's everything going with you? You know, just kind of like, you know, you kind of stepped away from it.
I did.
You stepped away from it, and you know, did it get a little overwhelming for you?
It did, because I wanted every single person that I connected with to succeed with the services that I was supposed to connect them with as a caseworker, because I wasn't just only doing outreach. I was working for the system. I think that was the biggest mistake I've made, because of the compassion and the love that I have for the work that I do on the streets. It was just contradicting for me, working for the system and connecting the people that wanted the services, drug addiction, mental health, and then the system letting them fall through the cracks, not pulling through or following through with what they said they were going to do.
So from being a nonprofit organization, just solely working through your platform, LA on Cloud 9, you went over and worked for the city, and you experienced a bunch of holes in the system.
Yeah.
The corruption.
I did.
And it
was like just going against like a tide, you know, and trying to get people into the services, and navigating the system was tough.
When you're actually trying to help people, and then there's social workers that are actually trying to fuck people. You know what I mean? Because like I told Lucky earlier, like them kids are a fucking paycheck to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not really about the drug addiction and the reality of the problems that is actually in that household. You know?
Yeah. Well, the cases that I would get, they were tough cases. They were hard ones, because they knew where my heart was at.
Right.
So they always connected me, which was fine.
Course.
I'm not complaining.
But it
about
gets
the
overwhelming
tough cases.
because
I'm complaining about the way the system works.
Exactly.
You know, how it fails people.
Exactly. And it fails a lot of families and a lot of the children. And that has been proven even in the news, you know, like Gabriel Fernandez, you know?
Yeah.
They failed him like a motherfucker. But like when I got my children taken away, I felt like they were so against me and being impregnated or with another child.
Mm-hmm.
She did everything in her fucking power to try to take my son away. Even though I had 9 months fucking doing so good, you know?
You had a good report.
I did. But she just didn't like my attitude and the way I came about her and the way I stood 10 toes down.
That wasn't her business, though.
It wasn't. But it was just so corrupted, and the power that she had, like Lucky said earlier, you know, having a stranger having so much fucking power to your fucking kids and to your situation, it hurts, you know? And you don't even know the backstory to it.
Well, they just gather information and then
Correct.
have meetings about the cases.
Yeah,
That's how
'cause
that's how we would do it.
Because they brought up my juvenile record, me being in juvenile hall, me being in YA.
Yeah.
They brought all that up.
Background.
And they made me look like I was like the worst piece of shit mother there was, like a scumbag in this fucking, walking in this fucking earth. Yeah. And that's far from me, you know?
Yeah.
Like I made a mistake, and the trauma that I've been through and the losses that I did have and that I did take, they went about that and was like, look, this. They made me look out like a fucking monster, you know?
That's just how it is when they talk about the cases and we bring it all to the table and the boss decides what he or she thinks the person's gonna need.
And they always choose the system.
That used to be like
90% they choose the system.
Well, it's just stupid because the boss is not out there.
Right.
You know, getting people. I'm just talking about homelessness, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Getting people off the streets or getting them connected or anything like that. So.
Right. Just in general, like the whole system is so fucked up and corrupt.
I know.
Whether it has to do with like, because there's a lot of homeless that's military wise and they fought for the country, and you still have them out in the fucking streets like they're fucking nothing. You know what I mean? Because I know a few that are out there in Skid Row and they work military and they did the military time and they're nothing. Yeah. You know, to the system.
Definitely.
So Claudia, how does it feel? How does it feel to get back out there on the streets, man? How long have you taken a break from this?
6 months.
6 months. I mean, did it do you justice? Did you need that?
I needed that healing. I did. I was mentally fucked up because of what I was seeing, hearing, going through, and the clients, the drugs around me. It was bad. I had to walk away from it.
What'd you do during those 6 months of just taking off from a passion? Because this is a passion. This is your heart. Your heart bleeds. Yeah, your heart. I mean, I've never met a more genuine person than you when it comes to really caring about these people on the streets. I mean, you're fighting like a war that you can't even fucking
win.
You can't win no how, no way. Like you can't even.
This is why I realized that all I can do is just be a Band-Aid to a bullet hole.
Like homie said,
like homie said.
Yeah, like Project Coffee Cup
and it
said.
It took me a while to understand that and to realize that ain't shit I can do anymore with the system.
Because in your mind, you thought that you were going to be able to heal and you're going to be able to take care of these people and give them a better opportunity in life, put them in a better position. And once you seen how the system really worked from you now being on the inside, you felt defeated, huh?
I did. Because I worked at the first Prop HHH funded building that Garcetti built. And after working there, I was just like, fuck. Yeah, this is all a shithole, you know? Putting people with different drug problems, families, bunch of kids, people from Exodus that are, you know, severely mentally ill. And it's just a shithole. There was no rehabilitation, no programs, no nothing. Just here's a key and good luck, you know?
Because at the end of the day, this is a business. This is a business that people put their kids in through college. Yeah. And if you solve the whole problem of homelessness, then there's going to be a lot of people out of jobs, right?
You don't solve them by just giving them a fucking key to an apartment. A lot of people have been through a lot of traumas in the streets. You know, I've known people for almost 10 years now that have been on the streets. You know, and it's tough. You know, you can't just give someone a key to an apartment when they're struggling with mental illness and drug addiction. It's like a big thing for me.
So how was it hitting those streets? You've been today
and Friday.
Yeah, today and Friday. How was it?
It was I'm drained mentally, overwhelmed. Had long conversations with the people that I haven't seen in a while. Those who went into housing and are back on the streets. They pretty much let me know what happened. You know, the slum apartments they were placed in with landlords being gang members, them getting kicked out. I mean, the stories that I heard today was tough. But it just reassured me of how I felt when I left. And I thought it was just me tripping, you know? Me tripping like, damn, maybe I just didn't do my job right. Coming back and hearing stories is like, okay, I was right. You know, I needed to come back. I needed to talk to people. I needed to do this, and I'm gonna continue to do it. You know.
Are you gonna continue doing it?
Yeah, giving back, definitely.
Always, you always do it.
Yeah, yeah, giving back.
Even if you're not
just
out
give
there.
encouragement and just be a friend to them. You know.
That's the best. That's what Jacob was saying from Project Coffee Cup. Is
Yeah.
he goes, "Is all I can do is I'm just trying to be a friend and try
guide
to
'em.
just try to show them that someone does care."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what we did today. You know, we were just out there and giving back basic necessities and just having a conversation with everybody that I crossed paths, and they, you know, a lot of them haven't seen me in months. So it was like hugs and hugs and
They were
hugs
happy
and
to see
hugs.
you.
So it's like, yeah, they were happy to see me, and I was happy to see them too. And then we heard stories about one individual, rest in peace. He was set on fire in his RV. So that broke my heart on Friday.
He must have fucked up on the streets, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
You're this
that's
right.
just the reality of it.
Yeah, it's the reality.
I had to get my team out of there once because he had a strap. So, you know, I'm on my toes when I'm on the
You
streets.
gotta protect yourself at all times, you know?
Yeah, I'm pretty alert when I'm on the streets, especially when I have a team with me, because it's not just, oh, okay, let's go do help the homeless. You know, we're actually going into the trenches. We're going into hoods. We're going to see people who have issues, severe ones, drug addiction, you name it. So I was like, today was a pretty big team. So I was like nervous to have a lot of people, but everything went well.
That's good. That's good, Claudia. I'm glad you're glad to see you. You know.
Good to see you too.
It's been a minute, you know, and you know, we got nothing but love right here.
Ollie's project was with us today.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
That's dope. That dude's kind of like a superstar now, huh? You know, he's got paintings on the wall. He's got rap music videos. I mean, this dude is like, you know what I mean? You know, he's gonna have a star on Hollywood Boulevard pretty soon. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Yeah. Shout out to him.
More power to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying, like, damn, this dude he's hitting the trifecta on this shit. You know what I mean? You know, absolutely. I mean, as you should. He should be celebrated. He should be celebrated. You know, going out there and doing the work. You know what I mean? That's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? Just like you should be celebrated, and we love you, girl.
No, I mean, after so much that we've been through, you know, with the organization, of obviously being featured at the Advocates movie and then the Kleenex commercial and all this other shit, I'm just like, I just want to lay low and just do what I like to do, you know, and that's it.
Stay under the radar.
Yeah.
You don't need the big cameras on you.
No.
You don't need to be publicized.
Nah, that shit.
You don't need to prove shit to nobody.
Give that shit to the new
To the
organizations
birds,
that wanna lift
That
and
shit's for
do
the
their
birds.
thing. I'm cool. I want to stay in my lane.
Absolutely. Well, shoot, I'm glad that you stopped by, and I'm glad that we're going to be able to have more conversation off camera. You know, but I'm glad. Thank you for, you know, I know you didn't really want to. You know, you're like, you put me on the spot.
Yeah, he did.
You know.
It's cool though.
Yeah, absolutely, Claudia. You know what I mean? We appreciate you so much. But hey, everybody give it for Claudia, the founder of LA on Cloud 9, baby. Yes. Keep up the good work, Claudia.
Thank you.
These individuals need to be celebrated. I mean, we need to celebrate. I mean, just like we celebrate you. You know what I mean? We should all be celebrated for people. Like Claudia has a story, dude. Claudia's been down, she's been down a hard road. She changed her life around just like we all did right here. You know, and now what do we do now? Now we find a way from our experiences in life to pay it forward, right?
Right.
You know, help just like you do. You know what I mean? You help people, and with, you know, people. You got Arlene. She about to hit you up in the DM.
I try.
You know, sometimes you gotta put that cape on. Sometimes, I mean, I don't know how many times the people go, "Hey, Lucky, man, I feel like I'm gonna commit suicide." Blah blah blah. And man, I remember this one time I got in a fucking crazy ass arguing with my old lady, right? And I'm in the middle of a just like war. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the conversations when everyone's like, "That's it." You know what I mean? I'm going my way. I mean, it was just one of those, and those happen, right? You know, and I just said, you know what? Let me put this to the side and let me holler at this individual, because I think we're gonna be good. You know what I mean? We do this once in a while, you know, and you know, sometimes you got to set aside your own personal life, especially when you put yourself out there. Like, you put yourself out there. I put myself out there. Claudia's out there on the fucking streets, the trenches. You know what I mean? I mean, look what she had to go through, dude. Like, it really took a toll on the mental, huh?
Oh yeah, it did. It did. And I moved out of California.
She moved out of California because of that, right?
Well, I lived on 66 in Broadway. I lived in the hood, so I had to get my family out of there. That's just the truth, you know. How to get my family out of there.
Yeah, because it was consuming you.
It was.
It was eating you alive.
Yes.
Jesus. And I'm not trying to make a joke out of it, but it's real, you know what I mean?
It is real because that's the same shit I did. I moved out of California to Las Vegas in 2017 because I just had to get the fuck out. Like, Cali, I love Cali, but
I love Cali too.
It wasn't doing shit for me.
Sometimes you gotta
It
get
wasn't.
the fuck out the state.
And my homeboy right there, my homeboy Chubbs, sitting right there, I remember I had a fucking conversation with his ass, and he told me, "Fool, pack your shit, get your kids, and get the fuck out. We know where the fuck you stand."
Well, it took me like 2 years to decide that shit because I was so sucked in. You
It
know,
took me like
to
fucking
doing what
10
I was
years.
doing.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? And I was like, you know what? You're right. I don't gotta prove shit to anybody. I don't need nobody's fucking validation. I'm
don't.
fucking gone. Because I know where the fuck I stand. And that motherfucker right there, you know what I mean? My homeboy Charles. Big Mac. That motherfucker right there, he told me, like, fool, get your kids, pack your shit, and get the fuck out of here. Don't worry about anybody what they gotta fucking say because we know
the streets will always
where
gonna
the
say
fuck.
something. You got something to say. You don't worry about the motherfucking
But
streets.
I don't give a fuck about the streets.
Worry
I give
about
a
what
fuck
God's
about the
gotta say.
really
Yeah.
exactly.
Worry
Well,
about-
now I do.
Like they fucking knew what the fuck I was all about and where I fucking stand. So when it came down to fucking
Yeah.
do what I gotta do,
Absolutely.
they were like bound. So
You
know?
on Hoodstocks, talk to us.
Lucky, I had to call back, man. This shit's getting spicy, man. I love it. Y'all crazy over there.
Who's this?
It's the homie Trouble again from Hazard. I had to call back, man, because
Alright,
it's
alright.
I want to play devil's advocate. Y'all want to play that game or what? Because
let's go.
It fucking sucks when everybody agrees with each other. So I'm the guy that thinks outside the box, and I'm the realist. I'm the guy that thinks real shit instead of always playing the victim card because we all tend to do that sometimes. So can we go for it, or is it gonna
Go ahead, shoot it, bro.
Ruffle some feathers.
Ruffle the feathers, baby. That's what we do here
All right,
sometimes.
let's do it. Because that's what it's about. It's about entertainment and it's about reality.
Of course.
All right. So I heard T mention something about that. What happened to that poor kid out there, Gabriel?
Yeah, the kid.
Okay, so
Gabriel.
Okay, so-
what was his name? Gabriel Hernandez.
Hernandez, the one
Oh
you
yeah,
mentioned.
yeah.
There we
the,
go.
the baby.
Yes, that's
Gabriel
horrible what happened to
Fernandez.
him, but that's horrible what happened to him. So I want to push back on this issue real quick because the reason why that kid got lost in the system is because you got child CSP employees that kind of brush it under,
Exactly.
flip the file. So it sounds to me like in two situations they were kind of being a little bit hard on her. But
They
what
were.
I would do if I was you, T, I would understand. You know what? Maybe they should be hard on me because it's the reason why I lost my kids is because of me. And this is not to rub you the wrong way. I know you've been drinking your micheladas over there or whatever. I've had a few beers. I've had a few beers myself. You know, trust me. You know, it's like I gotta go back to work too. But sometimes we tend to just think about ourselves. Look, the reason why that happened to that kid is because some lazy ass agents weren't doing their job.
Yep.
And so
Okay,
maybe
but
you had an
I
agent
understand-
that was actually doing their job, and they were like, you know what? It's gonna take a lot more than 9 months for you to, like in other words, get back your trust. Look, I got a cousin right now who's on parole. No names need to be mentioned, but this guy makes every excuse in the damn book, and he always wants to blame parole.
But look at
But
when
in
you
all
have
reality, he's not even trying. The guy's not trying.
But that's his fucking decision. So, but me, when I said that she was giving me a hard time, regardless of everything I was doing that she was asking, plus some, she's.
But you gotta do that, honey. Listen,
Of
you
course,
have to
of
do
course,
that.
of course. As a mother, I'm always gonna fucking do that. But when you have
No,
social workers,
I'm talking about getting your kids back. Look.
of course,
Look, he got
but
released
that's what
by-
I'm talking
on
about too.
parole.
But when you have social workers that are just trying to out to get you because you fucking
You're gonna
stand
have
up
that.
for
You're
yourself,
gonna have good cops. You're gonna have bad cops. That's just life. You're gonna have good moms. You're gonna have shitty moms. That's just called life. Look, Lucky paroled many times, and one day he decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna get my shit together. And I'm pretty sure Lucky went through a lot of stages in his life where he wanted to make excuses, but eventually he just looked in the mirror and said, fuck, I fucked up a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah,
shit
of
is hard
course.
to do.
It is.
That shit is hard to do. So I get tired, and I'm a homie. I parole GP, and hopefully I'll never go back. But if I ever do, I'll still be GP, and that doesn't mean
I
I'm
hope you don't go
active.
back
What that
either.
means is that I know the system. and I know what I got myself involved with, right? But that's why I choose to be a law-abiding citizen, pay taxes, take care of my kids, and fix situations that I fucked up in my past. And I know I fucked them up, so there's no reason to blame baby mom. There's no reason to blame the homie, the parole officer, this and that. Now, with that being said, I respect you, T. I'm telling you that, so maybe you'll take something from it.
I do.
And now I want to talk about the homeless situation.
Yeah.
That is a scary situation because you got a lot of people that exploit the system that actually want to be on the street because they're lost souls. They need help. They're drug addicts. They don't know how to get out of that situation. So it's easy to say, let's blame the system, let's so to say. And in a lot of ways, it's true because they could be giving back more to the community.
Yeah.
As far as helping the actual homeless people out that need help, like the person you said as a veteran. But let's not get it fucked up. I come from the streets. There's a lot of motherfuckers that just don't want to work. Yeah. And motherfucker, if you get upset right now when I'm telling you that you depend on EBT and taxpayers, then you nothing but a bum, bitch. I don't give a fuck who's listening right now because
that's right.
I have worked my ass off.
Shit,
and I've never, no, it's real shit, man. Motherfucking, our people is the worst people when it comes to making excuses. And we will never change until somebody gets it to their thick head and realizes, oh, fuck, maybe I'm the fucking problem.
Yeah. No, I get you.
What do y'all think about that? Give me some feedback. I want some feedback. What do y'all think about what I just said?
No, you're
if
right.
You guys think I'm an asshole for saying it?
No.
Is there some reality to it?
There's most definitely reality to it. I'm going to let Claudia speak on it.
No, he's right. There are some people that are like that, but that's not the case for everybody.
I understand that. That's why. That's Claudia. Claudia, I respect you, man. I missed the episode with you, and I know your heart's in the right place, and that's why it breaks your heart. Mm-hmm. And I used to be that guy that would always be like sympathize for everybody and for everything. Yeah. But honestly, some people they got what they got coming because they don't do nothing for themselves.
Yeah.
And what's being lost here is the mental health. That we need to get those people help.
Definitely. There's people
but there's some people that don't have mental health. There's some people that are literally just how do we call this without hurting nobody's feelings? Let's just call it a freeloader, where they want. Lucky has everything he has because he worked for it. Yeah. But he was never like that. And I don't know him personally, but I know for a fact, being from the streets, that ain't nobody in the streets giving you shit. Sometimes you gotta just start feeling sorry for yourself and go get it.
That part.
Go get it.
Yeah.
You know, my best attribute is being a motherfucking savage, boy. That's being right. A motherfucking
When can you
driven.
come volunteer with us so you can share some of your?
Well, the last time
I would love to. Me and Lucky spoke about it, but I'm a very passionate person, and I got love for my people, and so when I'm not afraid to get out at T.
Because some people
let's
need
say
to hear
something
it,
she says, because maybe we need to help each other out. If I say something stupid, by all means,
I don't mind you saying anything to me because I take everything everybody says as clecha. You know what I mean?
I just want you to understand that the other people got real hard jobs, and when it's all said and done, listen to me, girl. And I'm telling you this because, like I said, I am from the streets. When you got a tweaker having a kid with another tweaker, that fucking kid's gonna be the victim, not you or not him.
Yeah.
And I agree with you.
You know, and I say that with like the most respectful, humblest, loving.
And I agree with you. And as a mother to that fucking child, I gotta break the chain. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm doing now. And this is what I'm doing now.
Already doing it.
Being 5 years clean is what I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're here to celebrate you, T. We ain't here to knock nobody down, but at the same time, we're here to. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. We're here to support. We're here to love. As part of the Goon Squad. I mean, me and Lucky had a lot of conversations. But like I said, every time I call, he knows I've never been a problem because I'm gonna come. I'm gonna shoot from the hip. If I don't make sense, then somebody talk to me, slap me with some fucking reality, I guess. But like I said, if anybody's credible to talk about these streets and be real about it and not be like, oh, barrio this, barrio that, throwing up the set. I ain't throwing up no set. I'm throwing up my family. I'm throwing up my last name because I take pride in what I do, and that shit that's in the past, let's leave it there.
That's why we have these.
If you're still gonna be sitting up there and throwing up hoods, that means maybe you got something a little bit of that left in you, and that's good, no problem. But you got to remember, you're a mom now. You're raising kids.
I do, but I just gotta let everybody know, like, you got me fucked
Why?
up.
Well, you don't gotta let nobody know.
I don't gotta
You
let anybody know
nobody
because everybody knows what's up with me. You know what I mean? But I gotta
but-
I gotta
but
reassure
listen.
motherfuckers like I'm not that fucking bitch. You know what I mean? I might be a
Who
fucking
cares?
mother,
Who
and I
cares?
might be
Listen,
fucking. I know who cares,
you want to
but
impress somebody? You want to impress somebody?
I'm
You
not
wanna
trying to
teach
impress
somebody
nobody.
something? Impress
Because
yourself,
I
impress
don't
your
need
kids.
validation from nobody. You know what I mean? But
Go hard, go hard for your family, girl.
Of course, I always do, and this is why I have my shit together now. I got all my kids now. You know what I mean?
Like I'll give you a good example. The reason why I let people know where I'm from is just so they know that the area is shitty. If you ever been to Ramona Gardens, it's a project housing. It's not no single family home. Everybody knows what it is with it, and so I don't glorify it, but I let them know. That way they're like, okay, this motherfucker right here, he's been in the slum.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, you know, my boy, this is why we have these conversations to voice different perspectives from the same situation. You know what I mean? And it's a conversation, bro. You know what I mean? And I appreciate your words, bro. A lot of people are on the chat line. They agree with you. You're speaking facts, bro. You know what I mean? And I hear what you're saying. You called her out on throwing up her hood while talking about changing her life and this and that.
But my hood is what made me. My hood is what still keeps me fucking going because I still got them older homeboys that give a fuck about me, that gave me that fucking good glitch and was like, you know what, bitch? You do what the fuck you do because we know where the fuck you stand from. You don't gotta prove shit to anybody. You don't need nobody's fucking validation. And this is who the fuck 100%. I keep around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I get you. We all come from somewhere, and you should be proud of your neighborhood where you come from. There's nothing wrong with that because I got homeboys too. But see, here's the thing is that your homeboys that you had before, that's all they were. The
that's how they were, exactly.
Day,
and I agree with you 100%.
Today that support you, those are now that turns into that's your family now.
Exactly.
So it has nothing to do with the hood shit no more because those are your day ones. They're still there for you, and if they're really about their business, they would be like, you know what? It's not about to say we family now. Like that shit was in the past. Because you got a lot of homeboys that fall out. If we're all gonna be real, every neighborhood got bitches. Every neighborhood got brats. Come on, man. Let's just be real. Every neighborhood got solid ones. But when it's all said and done, your solid ones are your family.
Yep, of course.
Like your real ones. Like those are your friends.
The ones that actually
like
support you and the ones that actually sit there and tell you to fucking do better. Like, fuck this neighborhood shit because we know where the fuck you staying. You know what I mean?
So much love to the Rascals. Much love to Highland Park. But when it's all said and done, like I said, that's where we come from. We should be proud of that. But I don't think we should actually let our neighborhood represent for who we are.
No.
Because at the end of the day, like I said, you're a mom now. Lucky's a dad now. If he's going to put Highland Park in front of his family, that's all bad. And I know he wouldn't do that.
No, I don't, bro.
Much love, my respect. Thank you, Lucky. Sorry if I wrote some
you're good, baby. No, you're good, dog. You're good. Thank you. Hey, Trubs. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, dog.
Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah. Hey, my boy, we will be talking. We in Trubs. We talk through text all the time. And
everything
like
that you say, I take it as Klecha, and I take it for what it is, and I take what's for me. You know what I mean?
That's right. Well, you know what? And that just shows your progression. That just shows that you're growing. I'm a little bit older than you. I'm 40 years old. Not a whole lot, but like I said, we all mature in a different way, and it's a start. And if I could do anything to just kind of maybe throw a spark of something in your head where you're going to be like, you know what, maybe that guy's right. That's all it's about. It's about, like you said, Sklecha is game. To those that don't know what that means.
I take everything that's said to me as a exactly. I take every fucking Klecha that's fucking given to me as a positive influence of what I could be. You know what I mean? Much love.
I love, like I said earlier, man, you got a lot of nuts going up there and speaking your heart like this, and I'm here to support you, not to drag you down. But if I hear something that's kind of doesn't make sense, and it's not calling you out, it's more like saying like, hey girl, like, are you sure? Or like what's up? Like, how you feeling? Like earlier when Lucky was like, man, it seems like you're holding on to a lot of like maybe something.
Burden.
I actually felt the same way because it's like, man, you're in tears, and low key, I'm a grown ass man, and I kind of got teary-eyed because now I got daughters now, and I'm like, fuck.
Exactly, because you could fucking relate to what it was or what it is.
Exactly. Or that part, like you said earlier, much love. No, for real.
Always. Thank you. I appreciate
you, my G. Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know what? I get it. I mean, I get what he's saying, but I get where you're coming from too. You know what I mean? Like, there's these homeboys of yours have been almost like a father figure to you, right? And you didn't have a father figure. A lot of women, young women growing up in the streets, they don't have strong father figures, so that's how they end up in the streets, right? You know, they don't have a man to be like, you know what I mean? Like if one of my daughters right now were on the streets, I snatch that motherfucking ass up, you know? Throw him in the motherfucking trunk if I had to.
Like my dad was a good father to the point that we had good shoes, good clothes, there was food on the table, but I couldn't go to him for anything.
You couldn't talk to him. You didn't have an open dialogue.
No. He was a good provider, but he lacked a lot as being a father. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've told him that before. Like, you were always a good provider because we always had good ass shoes. We had a fucking food on the table. We had a roof over our fucking head. But any situation, you always recited fucking violence. We got our ass beat whether we did or we didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mama did too. And she's signing herself por medio se cayó, you know what I mean? And it was just, you pushed me to the streets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I came from a humble home. I came from a strict fucking home. You were a good provider, but you lacked a lot of things as a father. And I've told him that before. You know what I mean? I love my dad. He's my fucking rock to this day. You know what I mean? Because he's fucking rolled for me through everything I fucking been through, whether I was right or wrong. He was like, you could never do no wrong in my eyes because you're my fucking daughter. You're my baby.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Claudia, I wanted to say something to you before we get out of here, because we're already pushing on 3 hours of being on this podcast. But when I had Jacob right here from Project Coffee Cup, I almost felt like he can get taken advantage of on the streets.
She has a good heart.
Huh?
He has a good heart.
He has a good heart.
Yeah.
But do you hear what I'm saying? When people see individuals like yourself, they see individuals like Jacob, Project Coffee Cup, they see individuals like Polly's Project, you know what I mean? And some people are utilizing the resources because they need them. And some people are manipulating the resources because they on the streets and they hustlers.
Yeah.
And so you being on the front line in the trenches, as long as you've been doing this thing, you see those, right? You see like, this motherfucker just, blah, blah, blah. I mean,
I guess the feedbacks that I get, people are grateful. They appreciate it. They're always thankful, for the basic stuff that we have, pretty much donated clothes and food. You're asking if I feel like we're taking advantage?
Of sometimes, yes.
I don't feel that way.
That's good. That's just the pureness of your heart, girl. I've always been, I've you know what, at one point in my life, you know what I mean? I took whatever I can get.
Yeah.
I took 1,000 times more than what I would give back. And that was the fucked up wiring of my mind, my mental, right?
Yeah.
Me. You know what I mean? And that's not who I am now. And I've really tried to correct that. I try to give back more than what I take. But what I'm just saying though is just having a street mentality, an understanding of it, of the people that are on the streets, they're hustling.
Yeah.
They're hustling, but that's good that you don't see that. And that's good.
She's a genuine person, and you can tell she's a genuine at heart, and she does the most.
I guess because I see the difference it makes, to some people. Some people
Even
don't
if
have shit to
the
eat.
population doesn't see it, you see it.
Yeah, and if there are those that take advantage of it, that's their fucking karma.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
We love you though, Claudia, for that shit. We do.
I get that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. That's their karma.
Yeah.
That's not, and if you went out there with that mindset, like, all right, who's trying to work the system? Who's trying to hustle me out of all these tents and blankets so they can hustle them on the side or to get their next drug, whatever they getting high off of, you out there in shark-infested waters. You out there with professionals. These motherfuckers are professional street motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
They know how to survive at any means necessary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you got to do in the streets to survive. I mean, what else can you fucking do?
I get it. You're the right. I would be the wrong person.
No, because I was like that too. I used to take. Now I give. And I just stick with the motto: just give without expecting, and you live without regret.
There you go, baby. There you go, Claudia, baby, Claudia.
Yes.
Man, they don't make too many of you, girl. But
They
you know, hey, we gotta celebrate you.
That's
we
a real
appreciate
lady
you.
you could fucking look up to.
Yeah, absolutely. We got 2 role models right here today. This is amazing, and I thank you, Claudia. I thank you, T. This has been.
Thank you for
I think this
having
has
me.
been helpful. This has been helpful.
you.
This has been very helpful for anyone that's. I got a text right now. They want to volunteer. How can they still volunteer with you? Or,
Yeah,
I mean,
the
without.
organization keeps going, and I'm just not here. But I'm gonna, I'm still the head of the organization. I still run it. I still do the social media.
So LA Cloud 9?
LA on Cloud 9.
LA on.
Yeah, Cloud 9 is my nickname. So I just wanted to put LA on Cloud 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, this has been good. So people can just reach out to you. Give your plug real quick. So how people
LA on
can.
Cloud 9.
LA on Cloud 9 on Instagram.
on Facebook, on Twitter.
Yeah, and you answer all the messages as best as you can.
Yeah, well, I have a team. I have a board of directors.
Okay, cool. Let me take this last phone call real quick. Sorry about that. This phone line is blowing up. You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us.
Hey, what's happening, Lucky? Thanks for taking my call, man. Hey, I just want to give my opinion on what I think, a lot of things that go on in the barrio that a lot of us go through, as young people, is that, we're exposed to, we're exposed to a lot of things that young kids should not be exposed to, like for instance, the violence, the drugs, the pistol, there's women, jail, so, we're exposed to things like that. And after a while, it turns you into a hard person, and it's hard to get out of, so that's what a lot of us experience. So until there's somebody that's going to help out in the community, because it's been proven for generations that nobody's helping in the community. The politicians, nobody's doing nothing. There's no after-school programs, nothing for the kids. So I think the community has to step up to the plate, and I'll be the person to say, man, that something has to be done to reach these kids at a young age before they're exposed to all this stuff. Because once they lose their innocence to all this stuff, it's hard to reach them. For like Claudia, I commend her, man, for what she's doing. She's going out to the street. She's trying to reach people. She's giving people hope, man. And sometimes that's what people need. Some people need hope, man. And just with a little bit of hope, man, they could turn their life around.
Absolutely.
So, she's that vessel. She's that vessel to reach people.
That vessel, maybe that conduit. Absolutely. Yeah.
And for the Chola, she's a good-looking Chola,
I appreciate it.
And we need more Cholas in the barrio, because, back in the days, man, there was always Cholas in the park, and you don't see that no more, man. And so anyways, I commend her for what she's doing, man. She cleaned her life up. She's doing the best she could, man. Nobody could say, nobody could bring up your past, man, because the past is over, man. The past is the past, man. You live for today, man. Tomorrow's not here yet. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You live for today, man. So, whatever people have to say about your past or anything like that, that's the past, man. You're living a good life now, and that's what counts.
That's why I say, like, there's nothing in my past that anybody can bring up in my present that you could fucking get under my skin with, because there's nothing in my past that I don't talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
And one thing I don't like to talk about. I don't like to talk about where I'm from, or I don't like to talk about jail, man. Because this is my point of view. Not everybody agrees with me, but in a civilized society, when you're around civilized people, you don't speak about jail, or you don't speak about prison, or topics like that. So if you want to blend into a civilized society, you have to learn how to act civilized and speak civilized. If not, people are always going to brand you as vato loco.
They're always going to racial profile you.
Exactly. So, me, I'm a cholo, man. I joined the gang when I was 10 years old. I went to jail the first time when I was 10 years old. So I'm a cholo, man. No matter, I dress like a cholo, and this is just me. But I don't go around throwing my hood unless a hot hit hits me up. If somebody hits me up, and then I let them know where I'm from.
I don't
go around throwing up my hood no more.
There's always a but and an unless.
Exactly.
But
Unless that motherfucker cuts me off on the freeway. You know what I mean? No,
I'm always gonna let it be known where I'm from, though. You know what I mean? There ain't no fucking shame.
I don't mind it on here because it's
I don't
just
got a ticket there, and it's like because
showing,
I know I can't.
It's showing different sides of the turf. You know what I mean? And it's showing different sides of the upbringing. And I like it when people represent different sides of the map, so people know where this. If you're familiar with the streets, you're like, oh, this motherfucker's from South Central or from Atwater Village or from
Village,
you know what I mean, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So it just paints a picture for different areas. You know what I mean? You know, and you see the you see the different the different stilos and this and that. So I personally. I don't encourage gangbanging. I don't encourage violence, but
never.
Don't hide from who you are and where you're from. Let the people know, you know what I mean? So they'll be like, oh shit, okay, I know so and so. I know this, that, you know what I mean? And sometimes you can make the connection. I mean, that's all it is, dog. We're not promoting fucking gangbanging here, bro. You know what I mean?
And it's always like that, man. Like for instance, I was in Walmart and this dude hit me up. He hit me up, man. He was a young kid.
In fucking Walmart, bro?
Yeah, I had a feeling he was gonna hit me up, and then
Walmart ain't safe.
I got hit up giving out blessings.
So I told him where I was from, right? And
did you?
I told him where I was from, yeah. And then so he's like, hey, I know your homeboy. I was busted with this guy and this guy. I was like, man, I don't want to have a conversation with this guy, man. I want to get out of here, man.
Yeah, you're trying to get your fucking tube socks and get the fuck out. I know, dog. You know what I mean? Shit, he trying to get his dickies and bone. Hey, my G, I appreciate your wise words, my boy. Thank you so much for calling in. Appreciate your support, brother.
Thank you, man. For the watch, I talked to you last week also. Listen, man, I came out of a dark world also, man, and I got my contractor's license. I got a fence company.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right, bro. I remember you, dog. Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good now, man. As long as I stay away from my old neighborhood that I.
Absolutely. You gotta stay away from areas that drag you down to the dirt, baby. You know what I mean? I get it. I do it too.
And then look, man. As far as like, I got two daughters. I got two daughters, and I got divorced several years ago. But I always kept in touch with my kids, man, and I always made it a point. Like when I go pick them up, ever since they were little kids, I always made it a point to get dressed up and look clean, man. You know,
always.
and look presentable, man. So. And not just for them, but I didn't want the jefa to say, watch este vato, ya está todo tirado, you know.
Like, fuck the jefa. It's all about your kids, though. Who gives a fuck about the baby mama? Like, on some real shit.
Yeah. So I got a good relationship with my kids, and I put them through college. And they're both living good lives, They're both living good lives, and I could say that I made a good decision, just like this young lady made a good decision, man, to change her life around, get her kids. Man, you gotta commend people that do stuff like that, man.
That's what we're doing, baby.
Thank you.
That's what we're doing, dog. We appreciate you. What happened? Go ahead.
Today, I got on my Harley, I went to the mountains, took a cruise in the mountains, kicked it for a while, came back down, went to the beach, went cruising around, and I was like, man, it's good to be free. Not just in a free society, but it's good to be drug free,
Absolutely. Bro, can I ask you a question, bro?
I fucking commend to that.
Go ahead.
Casey has always wanted to go on a ride on a Harley, bro. Would you take him on a ride on a Harley?
Casey, come on, bro.
Is that a no or a yes?
You gotta take the fucking homie Casey on the fucking Harley ride.
Nah, the only way I'm gonna take a ride is if I'm in the back. I'll be in the back.
There you go, baby.
That's like basically riding bitch, though.
Hey, appreciate you, Banchi. Thank you for calling, baby. We are gone.
Tell her Vato not to be a fucking mamón.
All right, doggy. All right.
That's like basically riding bitch, though.
What, the back?
The back. That's like basically riding bitch.
No, he's saying that he wants to be positioned in the back.
So he wants to ride behind Casey. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
So that's basically riding bitch.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's sitting in the middle is riding that.
No, and on the bike, and you're riding on the back.
It's a guy thing.
It's a guy thing, so you're riding backpack, right?
But if you're gonna ride on a Harley with another dude, you don't ever want to have a dude in back of you.
Bitch.
It's common knowledge.
Lucky.
Google it.
I used to ride with fucking East LA bikers, trust me.
Oh, hey, but you're a girl. A
But
chola.
you cannot ride backpack on another fucking dude's back.
You're not really supposed to ride with a dude, period. You're on Hood Stocks. What up?
That part.
Hey, man, how's it going, Lucky?
You're the last phone call, my boy. Shoot your shit, dog. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, man, I talked to you before. I just want to let Chola.
What's cracking?
Hey,
Your
Chola,
favorite chola. You gotta say it right.
Hey, no disrespect to your husband, but hey, you're not a Chola.
I am a chola.
You're a chula.
Bang, bang,
Hey, you guys take care of
Wait, hold on.
yourself.
I'm the prettiest old girl the fucking neighborhood ever has.
Hey, hold on. That was good. I like that. That was a good one. Does that stuff like that bother you, my G?
Nah.
I mean, you're with a good-looking woman. I mean, do you have to like deal with certain elements? You know what I mean? Are you sometimes playing security guard? I mean, how does it work sometimes, bro?
Look at my baby knows the job was dangerous when he took it.
There we go, baby.
Like you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. So therefore,
Yeah.
you can't because you're with one of the baddest bitch out there. On some real shit, I'm not conceited, but look at me, fool.
That's right.
For real though, like I'm not an ugly bitch. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm some real shit. Like
I think being with you is like sometimes your shirts are missing.
my shirts.
Like, where's that streetwise shirt I thought I was gonna wear today? I'll be like, oh shit, my
You
bad.
fucking used it.
All your shirts are in the laundry because the lady was wearing all your shit, homie.
Nah, but I give my baby his fucking position and I fucking love him to the fucking
What
most.
position did he get?
He's my husband. He's the fucking head of the household. He's my
Yeah.
everything, you know?
You give
Like,
him his, because you.
I give him his fucking place. Like, I love him. He's good to my kids. He's good to me. He's like everything what I'm not used to, and I love that.
That's right, my G. Good shit, bro. Good job done. Job well done, my G.
That's
you know what I
what-
mean? It takes a certain type of man for every woman. You know what I mean?
And he accepts me for everything that I was, you know?
Do you think if you were with Casey, you'd be in an abusive relationship? Like you'd be slapping the shit out
I
that
would
fool?
fuck Casey up if he was my man.
Yeah, you got something to say about that. Hold on.
Oh yeah, prove it.
He might like that.
But Casey would take it though because it's just me.
He would have to take it. He would have no defense to it.
Exactly. He had no fucking choice.
I think Casey would be very submissive to it. You know what I mean?
Like Casey would be the type that I will fucking stab and then take him to the hospital so make sure he wouldn't fucking rat on me. You know what I mean?
That was good.
And he wouldn't rat because that's just
Because you're
Casey.
right there making sure.
Like fool.
I'm watching you.
No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
watching you.
I'm just kidding. I love my baby to the max.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, how was your experience right here at Hood Stocks? It started out kind of bumpy, but we worked through it.
I love it though. You're a good fucking vibe. Claudia, Casey, everybody, the whole team. You know what I mean? It's genuine. First, I was out of my fucking comfort zone, but once I started feeling the vibe, I love it.
Absolutely. Well, we love you.
I love it.
And we appreciate everything that you're doing.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
On some real shit.
No,
thank
thank you for
having
blessing
me.
the platform.
Thank you for reaching out. Like,
No, shout out to Eric
thank
Chavez.
you for Claudia for everything that she's doing though, like for the homeless
Let's go. Let's get
community.
Claudia.
Yes,
Get out of there,
Claudia.
Casey. You
Yes.
microphone whore.
I just want to say thanks for making fun of me.
No, but Claudia's the real MVP because she's really out here putting out work for the fucking community, you mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
On some real
She
shit.
is.
She really is. I love you. I love
I
you for
relate
that.
to you when it comes to your husband because that's what changed my life around too.
Yes.
If it wasn't for him, I don't know. I think I still would have been in the streets.
Exactly. I was blessed. I think God really blessed me with my fucking husband because
Yeah.
the whole
He's an angel.
He really is.
Well, my husband was like total opposite
And he got
of me.
fucking green eyes.
Does he got nice feet?
He does.
Does he got nice feet?
He has a fucking beautiful heart.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that's just what it like he's the whole total opposite of me.
There you go.
Is he the full package?
He is. And he ain't got no baby mama drama. He don't got no kids. So
That's a plus. Plus.
I don't gotta beat no bitches up or stab no bitches. You know what I mean? Because I'm notorious for that shit. Like teeth, she'll fucking stab you, bitch. That's my baby. I love him.
We're gonna all pray for your husband after this. He's like, pray for me.
He's experienced some shit with me though. He's experienced some shit that he's like, damn, bitch, you really got a fucking ticket there? Yeah, motherfucker.
Is she abusive? Be honest. At first was. Oh! Physically?
Because I was like, look, for either you're in my side, in my fucking way, or you're just against me.
Yeah, I get it.
So pick a fucking side.
Yeah.
What's it gonna be? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I take flight on anybody that fucking disrespects, whether it's his sister, his sister-in-law.
Damn. You don't get invited to no birthday parties, huh?
It is what it is, and I took a flight on these people. You know what I mean? You're not gonna fucking punk me because I'm not no punk baby. But I'm a respectful ass motherfucker. Trust and believe that because I was raised with fucking standards and fucking morals. You know what I mean?
Who cooks in your household?
I do.
What's your favorite dish you cook?
Son tacos gobernadores de camarón.
Okay.
I cook though. I don't like to cook, but I cook because I have kids and I have a husband.
You seem like if you cook for the household, they all owe you something. Like it comes with strings attached.
Because look at, if you go on my YouTube, I have videos of me cooking and shit and showing people how to cook and like makeup fucking videos because my makeup and my hair is on point. You know what I mean? And so is my fucking cooking. But I work a lot. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you don't always got time to cook.
I don't. But when I cook, I get down. I really do.
You cook with love. You cook with love?
I really do. And my husband go vouch for that. You know, my kids will vouch for that. But I come home sometimes and I'm fucking tired. Like, I don't want to fucking cook.
What is it, like microwave dinners, Hot Pockets, or just order out?
You better DoorDash something.
Yeah.
But when I cook, I get down.
You make pozole?
I make pozole. I make fucking tacos gobernadores de fucking shrimp. I make fucking quesadillas. I make fucking tortillas. I make like a lot of shit, you know? Like I said, my dad's from Sinaloa. My mom's from Zacatecas, so I know dishes from both sides, you know? I'm the first generation out here. So my mom was like, bitch, don't nobody like no fucking, a man doesn't like a woman that doesn't know how to cook. So when I was 12, 13 years old, she was like, look, this is how you fucking do frijoles, this is how the fuck you do rice, this is how the fuck you do this, and this is how you do this. I don't like to cook because I work a lot, you know?
But you know how to cook, and when you do, you get down.
Exactly.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, Claudia, before we let you go, before we end this podcast, we're gonna end it right now. What is your favorite dish you cook? Since we're talking about cooking. Pozole. You brought that up.
Because my kids love that.
Yeah.
I cook everything.
Do you make the green or you make the red?
The red.
Okay. I think the green is like uncommon,
And
but
I
my
make it
girl
with
makes
beef.
the green. Oh, you make
Green is fire though.
Green is fire.
I prefer the green,
Yeah.
red.
But I cook the bones for like 6
for the flavor.
hours.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 6 hours?
A long time.
Los
Yeah,
guisas,
that shit is
and then you
bomb.
fucking boil it. Yeah.
Yeah, I cook it for a long time.
That's the real pozole. 6 hours. From 6 to 8 hours is the real pozole.
Damn, you gotta get that shit, man. Get all them.
Hey, what's your favorite dish to cook, Lucky?
I cook. I do cook. I do cook. I do
Huevos
cook.
rancheros. A fucking tamale prison made.
With the corn
A fucking
chips.
spread.
Hey, spread is good.
I can't handle the
is
spread
good.
no more. I shit in my pants and Big Bear off a fucking spread, dude.
Spread is
The
bomb,
spread is
though.
fucking, no, I make a good spread and my kids love the spread. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my
but
kids love it
what
too.
I'm gonna try to think right now. What do I make that's good? I make well, this is kind of easy to make, but I think I make a good pot roast. I make good ribs. I make a good tri-tip. I put the tri-tip on one side of the fucking thing and let it smoke. You got to turn the things off. The top thing opens so the smoke comes through, runs through the tri-tip, goes out the motherfucking hole, and I let that shit cook for. There's an art to it, baby. You know what I mean? You know, check out my
Lucky Rogan. Lucky Rogan over here.
No, I'm just saying, bro. Like, I love baby back ribs, and I really have an amazing recipe that I make with the baby back ribs. You know what I mean? I love making baby back ribs. I love making nothing's worse than making food for someone and they don't like it. So when I do make something, I try to make it well. You know what I mean? You know, make them happy, right?
Who looks nervous?
I'm not nervous, bro. You are fucking the biggest side buster today, bro. You need some attention, bro. You need to get.
Hey, I'm just getting the cues. You didn't take me to Raging Waters, you asshole. You forgot about your son. Again.
It was just having tea in the motherfucking podcast. That's what has them all fucking turned.
Yeah, that's what we got all. He's showing off in front of Big T right here. You know what I mean? Hey, but anyways, hey, I love you guys. This has been fun. This has been amazing. This has been very informative. This is, as you can tell from the phone calls, they love you. And Claudia, we need to get you back, girl, to get you back in this seat right here.
The hot seat.
Yeah.
We need to get my boy up in this motherfucker too.
Yeah, my G. We'll
On
talk,
some real
dog.
shit.
Yeah, we'll get you. I'll get you my number, dog. We'll talk after the podcast, my G. You know what I mean? But yeah, absolutely. This is
Claudia, for sure.
What would you like to say heading out of this podcast?
I just want to say to everybody, like, God bless you.
Excuse me. There you go.
I want to tell everybody, like, God bless you. It's never too late to turn your life around. It's never too late to start all over. God loves you. If you really want it, you're going to fucking go for it. You know what I mean? Regardless of what it is. Just stay focused. And if it's what you want, go for it. Fuck what anybody has to say. It just, you know what I mean?
Stay the course.
Yes.
Stay the course.
Do what makes you happy. Regardless whether you got no support, all support. It's gonna be worth it at the end. Trust me.
I mean, we are all worthy, right?
We are.
We are worthy, and
We made it thus far. We didn't make it this far to come this far.
I think we all have an inner talent within us, and it takes us some little longer than others to figure out what that is.
Of course.
You know, what makes us happy, what we're good at. You know, not everybody's gonna be a supermodel, not everybody's gonna be a fucking rapper, not everybody's gonna be just some crazy,
of course.
Icon or whatever. We all have a hidden talent, man. And
Don't ever lose hope and always have faith.
Absolutely.
Just say focus on your family.
Yeah.
Focus on the family.
Focus on what really matters.
Yeah.
And you can always make it, whether it's by yourself with no support, with full support. Just know, you know what I mean? God loves you and everything's gonna fucking work out for the best. What it is for you, it's gonna happen. As long as you want it.
Absolutely. Everybody, give it up for your famous Chola, Big T right here. And give it up for Claudia. Thank you, Claudia.
Yeah.
Thank you for Claudia for stepping by, baby. Yeah. I love you guys. Thank you very much for tapping in.